Yes, welcome to Simple Session 2021, happening at a slightly different time of year this year, and also in a slightly different location, the Pohjola factory, but still bringing the great Simple Session vibes that we know and love out here in Tallinn, Estonia. I'm James Threlfall, and joining me to guide you through the skate action today, it is Mr. Mark Brewster. How does it feel to be back, man?
It's great. It's great to be commentating at the sessions again. Yeah. I mean, you say come back here, but I actually live here now. Yeah. But yeah, it's always good. I mean, it's the vibe really that brings people back to Simple Session.
For sure. But I mean, last year, 20th anniversary of Simple Session was a huge milestone for Simple Session.
Massive.
And we sat in that commentary box for the skate qualifiers. I don't think we realised it was going to be like the last competition of the year, right?
Oh, I know. I mean, this year everything's changed, hasn't it, really? I mean, COVID, for some of the riders, it's going to be the first time they've actually got out of their country since lockdown, and probably the first time they're going to have been competing as well. So
yeah, that's really worth noting, right? That a lot of these guys, if you haven't been at the Olympics, it's probably the first contest you've done in over a year. But these guys seeming not to have any issues in qualification yesterday. We're going to see some of the footage shortly, but yeah, just seeming to manage to put everything down, which is really good, because for a lot of these guys, it's the first contest in the calendar for what is hopefully going to be now a clean run for the rest of the year and then into 2022, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the guys are consummate professionals. The level of skating yesterday for the qualifiers was super high, as always. And I just have the feeling they were holding back a little bit, because if you're a professional, then you are going to hold back a little bit in the qualifiers and leave all the bangers till the finals, which is what I think is going to happen. So yeah. Can't wait to watch it.
Absolutely, and I mean, so many legends that have been here over the years. I mean, we've had the likes of Brett Luxka, Ryan Sheckler, Bam Margera, Tony Hawk, but another legend that's here this year is Lizard King, and I want to throw to him right now for probably the best course preview I've ever seen in my life.
What's up, everybody? Lizard King here. Hey, how are you? We're in Estonia. We're visiting. It's fantastic. Simple sessions. Great contest. We've got a lot of fabulous skateboarders over here. We're going to do a little check the course out with you. So this is a quarter pipe. This is the rail. It's kinked. Fantastic. We've also got a pole jam up here to a wall ride. Quality people. We've got a fantastic quarter pipe set up over here. That's my good friend Tom, quality, classy guy. We've got Hubbas, sponsored by Red Bull. They're slipping, they're sliding, fantastic. Flat ground, massive handrails for BMXing and skating, quality goods. Gap to manual pad or grind box. I don't know what you want to do. Then we're gonna go over here. We've got this interesting bank to bar. Some people skate over it, some people skate it. Fantastic. And it also has a wall ride right here. So welcome to Simple Sessions. I hope you enjoy it. Check it out. It's gonna be a fantastic time. Love ya. Mucho passion. Peace out.
Mucho passion, always at Simple Session. Man, Lizard King just tearing that course preview. But it's worth noting, like, that was one take. That was literally one take. They weren't out there trying to get that done for hours. All the guys just stepping up and, like, I mean, it is a point to note that the guys can just do that, get out there and do their tricks first go, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's why they're professionals. That's why they got that polished off in like 10 minutes from start to finish. Incredible work.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, some of the guys in there as well, making the finals. We've got the likes of Tom Shai, popped up doing a very nice back D in the middle there. But yeah, a lot of those guys that have come out, that have traveled, come from the States and stuff, making the cut for the finals. It's great to see those kinds of guys out there. We had our top three, of course, Chris Gregson qualifying in third. We had Richard Turri in second, and Ivan Montero, a guy that everyone's chatting about out here because he qualified literally,
Incredible.
It was like 8-9 points clear of second place. Yeah. Those guys have been smashing it, and yeah, it's just incredible to see that level of consistency on display, right?
It is absolutely amazing. I mean, Ivan was really the standout. I mean, like, he did his run, and it was mind-blowing. And about halfway through his run, I think everyone knew this guy's going to be top three. But even as he was winding down his run, he was still just banging out every trick, flips in, flips out. Guy's incredible. He's really one to watch out for today.
100%, 100%. I mean, he's going to be coming out surely feeling good. He wants to take the win.
I think that's why he didn't go out. I heard he didn't go out last night.
I saw him in the hotel earlier on, and he was saying, nah. He was like, I chilled because I went to bed early. I was like, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to be on TV tomorrow. I've got to go to bed early. He was like, I'm doing the same, man. We're all good. So yeah, no drinking for Ivan last night. He means business. Another man who means business though, Richard Torrey, who is he's basically a street technician, right? I guess that's how you would describe Richard. Like, he comes out and like board slides, flip in, flip out. He really is someone that this course caters for, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he's like one of those street skaters that skate in the park. And what I really liked about him skating yesterday was that he was doing a lot of like flips into board slides, big spins to board slide. I mean, he was nailing it as well. He was so consistent. It was just like frightening to watch at times, to be honest.
Yeah. But I think worth noting, right, that this is, of course, Simple Session, usually in the bigger kind of Saku Surhal that we have the event in, usually in the winter. There's so much more space that there's often really big transition features, right? So coming here, I was like, right, this is definitely going to cater to those street dudes. But Chris Gregson, 3rd place, like absolutely smashed it. Someone that's definitely more of a transition skater, but just coming out and making it happen. And someone that's well known for filming as well, right? Like,
oh man, like he is the go-to guy. Like if you need to film a transition ATV skater, you get Chris Gregson to film him because he can skate vert whilst other people skate vert. So I mean, he's incredible. He's also got every single frontside flip on lock, and not stinking frontside flips either. Like beautiful, folded, core to tail, to nose blunt to disaster. Bang every time. So beautiful to watch.
Every variation that you want to see, man. It's incredible. And those guys going to be fighting to see if they can make podium again today. But we do have a 3rd member of our team. It's not just me and Mark here. We have Tuliev Stigneyev down on the course. Tuli, how are you doing?
We're on TV.
Thank you, James. Thank you, Mark. What a joy it is to be back at Simple Session. I mean, the vibe is great. The riders are killing it. And one of the crowd favorites, the Lizard King, is here with me right now. Lizard King, how do we call you?
Lizard King, that's me.
Lizard King, okay. Mr. Lizard King. You've been riding the course, you've been around the city. What is the whole vibe of Simple Session for you?
Just having fun and hanging out. Tallinn's been really fun. Estonia is awesome. I love it out here. It's amazing. I mean, the course is kind of crazy, wild, and it's exactly the style of all the skaters here, so it's perfect.
Well, thank you so much. You've been doing all kinds of crazy stuff around Tallinn and the course already. We're looking very much forward to seeing you compete.
Aw, thank you. I love Estonia. Simple Sessions, baby. Ew!
Lizard King, like someone that I was never expecting to see out at Simple Session,
he's
but
like the last person you kind of expect to be here, isn't he?
He's incredible though. What a guy. And it's been so good getting to hang and chat to Lizard King and seeing him skate. He was saying he's kind of come out of contest retirement for this one today, which is
incredible.
Amazing. And making the finals too, so he's in there, which
he's
is
stoked. He is so stoked.
Amazing.
I mean, you can see him, he's like stoked 24 hours a day.
Yeah. I know that the Simple Session crew have definitely been calling on him for basically everything they need. Like, we need you to skate around the course with an Estonian flag. Like, yeah, Lizard King, cool, come on in. But really, really excited to say, of course, the judges will be calling the shots on who wins the contest today, but you get a viewer's choice, courtesy of Visit Estonia. It's the first time I know Simple Session have wanted to do this for so long. You've got a QR code on the screen right now. Get your phone out and give that a little cheeky scan, you know. But basically, you will get 3 votes per contest. So for the skate this morning and for the BMX later, you will get 3 votes. You can give them to one rider or you can split them across multiple riders. But the really exciting thing about this is not only do the riders win something for that, you can win too. So it's so worth doing. Scan that QR code and you could win a 4-night stay in Tallinn. It will all be paid for, and there's like a full program of events for you whilst you're here, whether you like, you know, the more romantic, like chilling in a log cabin in the woods, like me and Mark like to
you
do.
And me,
Yeah, we have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Or if you want to go and skate, we can sort that out too. So yeah, absolutely come and get involved in that. So we have got out in Estonia, I mean, so much going on in the city, right? You've got the old town, you've got so much going on out there, and we have had Ivan Montero, yesterday's first place qualifier, and Dave Gravett also in the final, checking out what Tallinn's got to offer.
city is amazing. It's so different than like anything I've seen before, you know?
Cruising the city was super fun. We found a bunch of little nuggets to trick on. It's hard to pass up. Just cool architecture and with the homies, so you just feel fired up to try to jump on anything that's around. And
Oh my God, dude, it's so scary.
Today I got to hang out with the BMX friends, you know, I just met like them yesterday at the airport. We've been just vibing, you know, it's been super sick. Got to see the city a little bit. Got to go to the 2 skate parks, the course and the other skate parks, so it's been pretty dope vibes.
the vibe out here is super friendly. It doesn't even feel like a contest. You're just, all the boys are around, and it's cool to have the bikers here too. Like, I'm friends with a lot of them and really dig what they do, so it's just rad to get to watch Kurt, like getting to go ride with Courage Adams today was awesome, and getting to ride his bike was pretty memorable for me, and now I'm about to sauna it up with him. And
I just got in the sea right there, super cold. You know, it was good to recover my body from the competition from last weekend, so yeah, it's been amazing vibes.
I'm telling you, this is once in a lifetime shit. You'll never forget it.
I don't know, I haven't got to skate the skate park properly yet, you know, I just got to look at it, but everything is way bigger than it looked on the pictures and on the videos. All the rails are insanely high and long.
big pole jam up the vert wall is interesting, and a bunch of flyouts, and expectations are victory, flawless victory. No other option.
So we've seen the city, we've seen the course, but it's time to find out who our 15 skaters are in the Simple Session 2021 finals. Mark, it's down to you on the park.
So let me take you through the riders that have made it through to the finals today. First up, our first rider hails from Riga, Latvia, and is a veteran of the Simple Session circuit. Artur Bogdanovic is 24, rides for boards.lv, and always has a smile on his face. Made it through to the final by the skin of his teeth when the last rider in yesterday's qualifiers, the Finnish Onni Saltevo, placed just behind him. Next up, Igor Kaldykov from Novokuznetsk in the Russian Federation. Yeah, crowd. Igor's enjoyed a couple of podium spots in the few Simple Session comps over the last few years. Super consistent and makes some of the incredibly hard tricks look very, very easy. Next, Lizard King. His real name is actually Mike. He's a legendary skater and Hellraiser from LA. Let's hear it. Former pro for Death Wish. He's now enjoying the dad life, but came out of retirement to join us here in Tallinn. This guy is originally known as a street skater, but also randomly, and I think drunkenly, decided to jump Bob Burnquist's mega ramp and live to tell the tale. Absolutely crazy. Next up, he's been referred to as a local P-Rod, and what an honor that is. Raul Urborg is from Tartu in the south of Estonia. He was super consistent in the qualifiers, and also, as you can hear, a crowd favorite, as it's one of the few times an Estonian has made it through to the finals. Next up, hailing from Buenos Aires, Argentina, Dario Matarolo skates with absolute laser focus and is becoming a regular in the World Cup of Skateboarding circuit. He skates the rails, ledges, and isn't afraid to hit the big transitions either. Next up, one of the most prolific medalists in the history of the X Games, Tom Shah needs no introduction. Look him up and you'll see a string of NBDs, which has never been done tricks, and he's definitely not afraid of any of the bigger ramps on the course. David Gravett, 33 years of age and from Issaquah, Washington State in the USA. Dave loves fishing, playing kendama. He's in the Sweets kendama squad and is a huge fan of BMX. So much so, I believe his nickname is actually BMX Dave. Is that right? Your nickname's BMX Dave? Yeah, BMX Dave. Yeah, your nickname. Oh, Mountain Bike Dave. Sorry, Mountain Bike Dave. Good nickname. Anyway, Dave is the last Simple Session and it is a bit of an all-terrain vehicle. Next, Kishode. Is it your birthday today? Are you 35? Are you 35 today? Your birthday? Oh, it was yesterday. Oh, sick. Okay. So that's Keisha. His birthday yesterday. He comes from Texas, USA. Pro for Darkstar Skateboards. He's one of the tallest skaters this year and has some incredible pop, which means he can actually use the course in a way that other skaters can't. We saw him do some really difficult transfers in the qualifiers, and the judges love that creativity in seeing the course used in that way. So next, Diego Fioresi currently lives in Copenhagen, but is originally from Italy and holds both Italian and Brazilian passports. He recently won Best Trick in the Double Triple Fest in Kyiv last week with a huge flip over one of the obstacles, so definitely one to look out for. Next up, 24 years old and from Milton Keynes, Alex de Cunha is one of the most consistent contest skaters the UK has ever produced. So much so that he was selected for the Skateboard GB team to attempt to qualify for the Olympics. Not afraid to unleash a Benihana, his consistency is formidable and he'll definitely have his eye on the podium today. Next, direct from the Tokyo Olympics, Danny Leon from Madrid in Spain was the winner in last year's Simple Session. He's been coming to every Simple Session since 2015, bagging 3 podium spots. Always a smile on his face and sporting those beautiful, dreamy, long locks. He's a judges and crowd favorite. Next, Jake Wooten is an absolute bulldozer on transitions. But although he doesn't generally focus on competitions, he's one of the few professional skaters to compete in both the street and park sections of the X Games. Definitely one to look out for because he barges so hard. Now, Chris Gregson, 30 years old. And we should say that Chris Gregson proposed to his girlfriend 2 days ago, and she said yes. So Chris is now a taken man. And also from Irvine, California. He skates for, amongst others, Blood Wizard Skateboards, Crew Clothing, Circa, and Niddy Trucks. Not only is he a monster at skating transitions with every frontside flip variation there is, but he's also an accomplished videographer. Basically an ATV that can also follow film all the other ATVs. Respect to Chris. Next up, Richard Turi. Richard Turi is 28 years old from Košice, Slovakia. Absolutely coasted through the qualifiers with a load of flip and big spin variations into slides down the rails. Super consistent and focused. Definitely one to watch. And lastly, Ivan Montero, a youngster compared to the other riders at only 23 years of age, hails from Sao Paulo, Brazil, and is currently living in LA. He annihilated the course in the qualifiers, and his consistency at some of the hardest tricks make him one of the guys most likely to end up on the podium. So, those are the finalists. Now, back to James Threlfall, MBE, in the studio.
Yes, so there we go. We've got our 15 riders out here. Raul Erberg, a local in Estonia, getting so much crowd love there. So good to see him in the mix. But these guys, they're going to get 2 one-minute runs. Best run's going to count, so they're going to go for it, basically. It's not an overall score, so if they fall in one run, they can make up for it in a second. It's going to be absolutely wild, and I really can't wait to see what goes down. But if you want to get involved in the conversation today, we have a brand new Discord. We're very down with the kids this year. Discord, search Simple Session, or if you want to get involved in the conversation on Twitter, hashtag Simple Session 21 is where to go. Let us know if you just want to shout out. We can make that happen in the commentary booth in a moment's time. And speaking of which, it's time to get your snacks and drinks ready because the finals are coming up right after this. Yes, welcome back. It's about that time, isn't it, Mark? We are actually going to get the skating underway.
Oh, yes. About to start. Who's first up, James?
Well, first up, we've got Artur Bogdanovic, who is absolutely incredible, coming out of Riga. So kind of a local guy, because Riga, Latvia isn't too far away. He's going to be stepping in. We're then going to have Igor Kodikov going through then to Lizard King, Raul Erberg, like the incredible local guy, Dario Matarolo, Tom Shaw, Dave Gravett, and then Keyshawn Johnson, a good American contingent kind of making up that first 8 that are going to ride. They're all getting 2 runs, and best run counts. We're then going to get into Diego Fioreza, Alex Dacuna, British guy, doing us proud. We've got Danny Leon, simple session legend. We've got Jake Wooten, Chris Gregson, Richard Turi, and then Ivan Montero. They were the top 3 yesterday, absolutely smashing it, and all very different skaters as well, Mark, which is really exciting to see.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some skaters there that are known for more transition skating. There's some pure street skaters in there, and also there's some guys that are just known for being contest skaters as well. Like, they specialize in this kind of format.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's going to be really good to watch because there's a lot of pros out there.
Yeah, Ivan Montero, one of those guys that is just a contest wizard.
He's a
really.
machine.
He's an absolute machine. Absolute machine. But yeah, Artur's getting ready for his first run there. Doing it for boards.lv. Goofy stunt skater, 24 years old, coming out of Latvia. He said he just snuck in because it was he came in the 15th spot, but it's his second consecutive simple session final, and he was so excited about that. So excited about that yesterday. When he realised he'd made the cut, he went crazy. So here he is. Oh, he's giving props, but cool. The time has gone back to the start. I was going to say that's not going to get much from the judges. Get skating, get skating. There you go, right.
There we go.
A stern wipe of the forehead before the drop in. Yeah, he did absolutely smash it yesterday. Oh no, bailing the opening backside heel. I mean, he's going to have to work hard to get back into it now, because the first run really, like, the ideal scenario is you kind of nail the first run, and then your second run, you've got it all to play for at that point, because you can just, open up and just send all your best stuff. Yeah, Artur's going to have to work a little bit harder in his second run now that he's had 2 falls. Only made 1 trick in the first 30 seconds there.
Little backside reboot. Yeah, it can mess with you a little bit if you don't land if you don't land your first trick. But Artur's cool.
Yeah,
he's cool.
First skater in the finals. This is a big deal, right?
It's
this
quite
is
a
a very
pressure
big
as well.
deal. Absolutely. The back 180 back into the bank. Coming up for the switch heel. Yeah, gets the switch heel. I mean, judges are going to love that switch stance stuff, especially flip tricks. Anything where you flip the board is just, you add that extra element of risk of falling.
Yeah, that was a beautiful quick grind he did there. Popped out nicely as well.
Just held all the way, and that one just on the buzzer at the end there as well. So yeah, I think Artur's cool. He's maybe shaken the nerves off. He definitely started getting it together more at the end of the run there. So yeah, we'll see what he's got in his second run. He's definitely going to want to step that up, I think.
You're right. Sometimes you just need that first run to be over, just to relax. And you got to remember, like, a lot of times he's going first. He's the guys that are further down the rankings, they don't get that opportunity to, like, keep warm, keep their muscles warm, whilst they're waiting for everyone else to finish those runs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I think that's it. It's kind of when you're doing all the TV stuff as well, like, in the qualifiers, it's kind of a bit more chill, but then you're down there, you're in front of the crowd, your name gets announced by a guy called Mark Brewster from the UK, and
I don't have an MBE yet, James, but yeah.
It took you all of 5 minutes. But yeah, so I mean, I think it's always a case of coming out. You've got to just get those first tricks down. I mean, Joe Habgood, legendary British skater, he always said to me, my first trick in a contest is an ollie. Like, that's what I do, because I know I'm going to land that trick. Yeah. Just seeing some of Artur's replays there. Come back around, pop shove it. That's a really good trick to have consistently, actually. Like, it's definitely an underrated trick, the pop shove it, but I don't think the judges will be underrated.
It's one of those tricks that can really mess you up. It's so simple, but it can trip you up. And there's Igor there.
Yeah, absolutely. Igor, a technician who skated his first simple session, I believe, the same year I skated my first simple session, when we were over at the Olympic Arena, I think it is. It was a different arena that year. And that was my first time coming out to Estonia, and just fell in love straight away. But Igor did so well. First time, I think he made finals.
He made podium, didn't he, I think?
Yeah, it was incredible, doing loads of no complies and kind of street wizardry that you don't see anyone else doing, and that has got him into the final today. He snuck in 14th place.
I watched Berg's part of his, he had his nice and and it's nice section, and he's just so consistent. Like I don't think it comes out on this course because you're forced to skate some quite big stuff, but he is super good on street.
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
good.
Absolutely. Whilst we're waiting for him to drop in, if you want to get involved, hashtag #SimpleSession21 on Twitter. We can give you a shout out there if you want to get involved, chat with us about the contest, or just have a shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out your friends, shout out your nan.
Don't insult us though.
Please don't insult us. You've opened the floodgates on that one. Yes, great start for Igor.
Starts off with an impossible and then a nice quick ground down the hubba, so that is definitely good.
And there we go, there's the no comply front
side
three.
Yeah. I think he's going for Nike SB or Nollie Hard, the legendary Nollie Hard flip.
Yeah, he absolutely has that one down, so I think we'll be a little bit annoyed that he fell on that, but getting straight back into it with the switch front blunt, making it count. And this is the thing with these guys as well, these kind of season contest guys. You take a fall and can just get back into it. It's like, okay, I put that behind me. Like,
doesn't
if
break the rhythm.
I take a fall in a contest, my confidence is knocked entirely, and that can be my whole contest over. Like coming back with a front feeble like that.
Locked frontside feeble as well.
Pinched, locked, whole rail, mission complete. Cheeky back tail, nice. No comply 180, that kind of long driveway section, allowing people to mix it up.
Saw him checking the time there, see how long he's got left.
It's going to be after time. And the thing is, he's timed that to perfection, because if he hadn't fallen, he would have made it there.
Yeah.
So this is what we say about those contest guys that know what they're doing. He's potentially been out there like, okay, cool, I know I can get all of this into 1 minute. So yeah, Igor doing it for Russia. A couple of falls, but I think really managed to come back from that. Really managed to just make up for where he'd fallen, get back into the game.
Absolutely. I mean, he's completely now. It was a nice breaking in. Maybe he's going to save something for his next run.
For sure.
But like to land that first impossible, and then straight into a crook, popped out really nicely. Yeah, that's just the perfect way to start your run, really, because it just gives you that confidence.
But also the confidence to just drop in and go, I'm going to drop in and do an impossible up the Euro gap, because that's quite a risky trick to kick off.
It's
like, it's that confidence that he has in himself where he goes, I know I can do that every go. Like, that's fine. Let's go.
I didn't really see him sessioning that either. Like that's
I don't think he needs to. He's
just
he's a bit of a wizard with it.
He's a professional, of course.
Yeah, he's very good at impossible. So 76 for Igor, and I'm sure he's hoping to up that. Knows he can. I mean, it's a 76 with a couple of falls in there. That's a solid score for a run that isn't flawless.
The Lizard King, look at him. What a guy.
It's a Lizard King. so excited to see Lizard King out here at Simple Session. And he's been loving Estonia. He's been absolutely
he's just like
Estonia.
permanently high on life, I suppose.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's just so permanently stoked on everything.
Absolutely. And he said, he was like, he came out after his qualifiers, and he goes, not bad for coming out of retirement, huh? Like,
and he gave me nuts, and it's the first time I'd ever seen him in my life. And I was just like, bro. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, he's got this crook bonk up. Yes, straight in.
And he transferred as well. He transferred into the other ramp.
Yeah, absolutely. He's just been doing so much stuff, though, that almost it doesn't look like he's necessarily practiced it. A few bits and pieces, for sure, he's practiced. But other stuff he's just thrown around, like on that bank he stood on now in the qualifiers, did just like a kickflip nose pick on it. And like just about survived riding out of that. And I hadn't seen him do that once.
Oh, was that?
Going for the
he
tray
fell
flip.
off that. Maybe he's going to try and a read it on that. He's still got 30 seconds left, so he's got a bit of time. But always, like, he's just so pumped all the time. Little truck adjustment there. Maybe his truck's there a little bit worn.
Yeah, gets the tray flip. Straight into the front board, like layback front board.
Yeah, layback
on
front board.
On the hover. And those hovers as well is kind of worth mentioning.
They're a lot bigger than they look.
Yeah, this is the thing, right? I think because it's all relative, because Simple Session, everything is big, so it looks normal.
Yeah.
But actually, when you stand next to it, we screenshotted, like I was skating past it, and we screenshotted the bottom of that hover. I'm 6'2", and it comes up to my waist, the bottom of that hover.
That's not small.
So it is not small. They are very, like when the BMXs are telling you the rails are big, you know they're big.
You know they're big.
You know they're big.
So that's the end of Lizard King's run.
And
he stones. Like, he's just giving everyone nuts. Like, he'll probably go through every single person in the crowd giving them nuts right now.
Yeah, he's 100%. He's 100% here for the vibes, to bring the good energy and just have a great time. And I think the fact he made final is just a bonus for him. He's just here to enjoy it.
Just so
I don't know whether he himself was expecting to make final, but there's the crook bonk, only guy out there doing that.
He's got a really nice kickflip as well. That kickflip is every time, and it's really, really nice.
There was, I think it was, I can't remember if it was a video or a magazine interview, but he was talking about how he kind of developed a way of doing almost like a late kickflip to make his kickflips more consistent. Not super late, but he just left it a little bit longer to start flicking the foot. And and he has it real good. But a really nice, unique bag of tricks, and that's what you like to see. You don't want to see everyone skating the same.
I want to see the same thing. I mean, I think a good yardstick is to be. One of my friends told me this when I used to live in Amsterdam, but it was just like simple tricks done well. If you can do that, then you'll nail it at a comp. You don't, you know, as long as you're consistent, you do your tricks, they look nice, then the judges are going to love that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a simple session though. Simple tricks done well is not going to be enough to take the win. It might be enough to get you an okay placing, but a contest like this,
you do need a bit of a sledgehammer, don't you? And like
100%. Okay.
There's Roll, local boy
cheer
from Tartu, South Estonia. Like I skate around town, and I don't see Roll around that much. Like I don't think I've ever seen him skating in any local parks or anything. Like I don't really get out too much because I have 2 kids. But Roll is like super. Like I'm incredibly impressed that he's got through, because he's so consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. And as well, worth mentioning, first time in a while an Estonian has made the final here at Simple Session, and you heard how much the crowd loved it. You were down there on the course.
So pumped. So pumped.
It's unreal. Alexander Tubin, someone that's made final out here at Simple Session before, but
he comes up on that
crooked. Maybe again those kind of first run nerves we talk about, like you're coming out and all of a sudden today it's a bigger crowd, you know, the TV cameras are on, potentially feeling a little bit more pressure.
Let's see what he's got. Little kick turn. He's going for the crook. Oh, he's going for the board slide. He probably went for the board slide rather than the crook because he knew the crook. He knew the crook had messed him a little bit before.
That's smart though, that's smart. Just to get back into it, get back feeling good.
Yeah. Did a little lip slide there down one of the rails. He had a little time check there to see what was going on. Didn't quite make that trick in the core, we can see, because the barrier was in the way. Front board, down there. You can hear the crowd just loving it as well. I think he's got one last trick he's going to try. 5 seconds left. What's it going to be?
Coming back in for the rail.
Gets the back lip.
Yes.
Nailed.
Incredible.
As well.
And then going for the kickflip finisher, big to flat.
See his foot there, but yeah, backlip. I mean, Jesus, I slipped a disc watching that. Like just tweaking yourself around to get into a backlip is not something that I want to do on a first run. Yeah, straight
good to see
into
Raul though. Like we talked about it a bunch. Like bails that first trick and then manages to get back into it.
Yeah, he got back into it. It didn't phase him too much.
That's really impressive. Checking out some of the replays. There's the backboard that he came back round for. Over to the front lip. Got a bunch of rail tricks in. There's the back lip, probably the best trick in his run. And that is
big rail as well.
That's quite a big gap that you need to get onto that rail. So I mean, a back lip in itself, not the most technical trick, but it's the distance he's got to travel and the height he's got to pop onto that rail, and you've got to hit that fast to make
you can't go slow, otherwise you're just going to catch a heel and end up on your head.
Yeah, absolutely. So bumping himself into second place. It's a decent start for Raul. He's going to be happy with that. Guys, just taking a moment just to get a quick bit of warm up. It is always hard to fight when you're in a contest and when people are skating, to get into kind of, you know, the place you need to be to hit your run, you know, get those legs warm and stuff. So guys always trying to sneak in. And whilst they are warming up, we're going to head down to Tuli, who is at the side of the park now.
Raul, you're the only Estonian skateboarder in the finals. Firstly, congratulations, well done. Secondly, do you feel more pressure in front of your home crowd? Do you feel like more support riding in Estonia in front of your home fans?
I feel more support, definitely. not much pressure. Just the first trick, as always.
So how happy are you with your run? Like, what went wrong, what went right?
Yeah, the first trick I bailed at, so that kind of threw me off, but you know, the rest was okay, and I'll try to better the next one.
Well, we all wish you luck for the next run, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
He's amazing.
He is amazing.
Always jumping in front of the camera. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Tuli, down there catching up with Raul. And Dario now ready to go. Dario Matarolo, coming out of Argentina, doing it for Monster. And he is definitely a shredder of all-terrain, transitions and street.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell he's so focused when he skates. He just like dead eyes. Dead eyes. The obstacle he's coming up to is just like, right, I'm going to kill you. And he
Absolute,
usually does that as well.
Absolute ruler. Standing next to Danny Leon, who's become a bit of a simple session legend, taken many a podium over the years. But Dario opening up with that tray flip up the Euro, coming through for that vertical. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Just the ability to mix it up on the vert, crook down the rail. Within 10 seconds, 3 big tricks. And the nice ollie up there as well. Like, the judges will look at that. That's not just a kick turn, he's ollieing up the
he's
wall
ollieing up to that frontside kick turn.
Yes.
Back 50 transfer.
Again, bigger than it looks.
Scary as hell, yeah.
Absolutely huge.
Absolutely. Little back tail there on the Visit Estonia quarter pipe.
Nice, flawless run so far, if he can keep this going.
Frontside disaster. Nice.
Kind of taking that to lip almost. It definitely looked like there was a little bit of slide in there as well. Again, a little bit more risk, taking it through on the coping, sliding it through.
He's not come off yet either, has he?
No, absolutely.
Still
He's just got to
going.
keep it going. Oh, going for the flip front nose. Really going for it.
Slide,
5 seconds to get a last trick. He's going to try and get one in down the rail, maybe. Oh, no, he's going for this again. He's going to be after time, so this one's going to be for the crowd.
Such a shame. But it was his last trick, so I think, you know, he's going to be looked on favourably. That was pretty sick, and you can hear the crowd really love it.
Yeah.
He's pumped. He must be stoked on that because it's a pretty strong opening run that he's got.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think we haven't seen a full pull yet, which I'm excited to see because that is going to start happening for sure. And I'm sure Dario's going to come back out, second run, clean it up a bit, and get that flip front nose. That would be.
Oh yeah, that would be sick.
That would be so good. Dario's having a good time. Ivan Montero there, warming up in the background. Your first place qualifier for the skateboard competition here at Simple Session 2021. Just chatting to Matthias Delolio. And he's got himself into first place, so the judges didn't mind too much about that last fall because of the consistency throughout the run.
Just shows that if you stay on, you do tricks you're comfortable with.
This is it. This is it. And I think it was as well the speed at which he was kind of fitting into his run tricks that were going to score highly for the judges. Not turning around on the wall, just you know, taking the chance to ollie up the wall, just making it that little bit harder. You know,
he made sure every second.
The back tail, like you know. It's that's the kind of stuff that the judges love, and that's what you need to do because the judges you basically want them there, like frantically scribbling on a piece of paper because there's so much going on.
Yeah, if the judges haven't got anything to say about you, then that's not a good thing. But there's Tom Shaw. I mean, he's probably sick of this, but he is the first person to land a 1080 and one of the most medalled X Games athletes out there. So look at this course is tiny for him, and he's just flying around. He's flying around in qualifications. He's flying around now, transferring. He's breezing around like it was nothing. I think he was saving some of this.
It's the gap up to Frank Smith back into the quarter. That is huge. That is humongous. Like, that would be best trick worthy for anyone else, but for Tom Shaw it's just like
stick in the run.
It's just mid-run stuff.
Back three,
back three, but that's good. You know, this is the kind of stuff, if you come out here as a transition skater and you can mix it up on the street obstacles, that's definitely going to work in your favor in the same way that you've talked about Ivan mixing up on the transition. That is incredible though. Up to nose.
That's a lot harder and a lot scarier than it looks.
Unbelievable. Popping that back into fakie, that bank is very steep. So the potential to kind of pop to flat if you miss that and fall a good 10 feet or so. Very real. Something that doesn't seem to phase Tom Shah, though, falling potentially 10, 20, 40 feet. And there's the front blunt to finish. Gets that in just before the buzzer as well.
He does those front blunts that, you know, like, the person does a blunt, but they keep, for some reason, going up. And like they do the front side part and they're in mid-air rather than in the transition. Yeah. Incredible. Yeah. Well deserved. He didn't come off either, did he?
No, absolutely not. So
I think he might have backed first.
That is the first well noticed, Mark Brewster.
Well, that's why I'm the expert, James. That's why you're just you're the pretty face.
I think ironically, though, obviously, I mean, the front Smith, big trick. The front blunt was the ender. I would almost call that he's more at home on that massive front blunt than on the back three he did over the pyramid. I feel like he put the back three in because he's like, right, there's a street course, I need to do some street tricks. But yeah, Tom Shah just absolutely smashing it. We can see Thule hanging out with Tom Shah down there.
What a skirt.
Grabbing a bit of hydration, and I think we're going to go down to Thule and hear from Tom Shah now.
Tom, what a run. I mean, everyone's in awe. And I've also been hearing some comments of people saying that, is this park too small for you?
I don't know. I mean, I'm starting to like it a lot more every day. And it's really fun. I don't know. Everyone's skating it really well because there's a lot of options and a lot of different people can skate it, so it's good.
Do you have any special tricks in your bag for your second run?
I'm going to try some more stuff in my next run. Hopefully it works, but we'll see. I'm just having fun out here, honestly. It's been good.
Any words for the crowd?
Thank you guys for coming out. It's my first time in Estonia, and it's beautiful. Everyone's been really nice here, and I'm really loving it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yes, thank you, Thule. It's Dave Gravett.
Nicknames Mountain Bike Dave, and not BM. I thought his nickname was BMX Dave.
I couldn't believe
Didn't do my research properly. I just added.
I slammed my fist through the table.
Yeah, I bet you did.
No, but he does ride BMX as well. He loves BMX.
He's really good on BMX.
He's very handy. Yeah, he is extremely handy on BMX. Yeah, the fun fact that he once entered Copenhagen Pro, rode it on a mountain bike, and didn't come last. Yeah, entered a skateboard competition on a mountain bike and didn't lose. So
wow, that's telling you something. I wonder who did lose. They must have felt
I didn't want to go there because I do feel for them. Because if I was skating, it would probably have been me.
For plant off the wall?
Yeah, coming through.
50. Look, he's just casual.
Absolutely. One of the only guys hitting the pole jam.
And the judges like that. I mean, the best thing, what he's doing, he's just moving across the course, hitting everything. And that's perfect because you just get those boxes ticked by the judges.
Absolutely. The manual pole jam into the bank as well.
Didn't even see him try that in the qualifiers.
Yeah. And I think as well, if you're one of those people that is hitting obstacles in ways that people aren't, you're touching different parts of the park that no one else is going to, like that works really in your favor. I mean, the crook bomb that Lizard King was doing, you know, that kind of stuff, the judges love that because there's no one else touching it.
No, I mean, I don't think I've seen, well, all the tricks he's done virtually have been like no one else has done.
Absolutely. Oh, we've got the nice fakey ride as well. That's going to go down well with the judges. They'll love that.
What's he doing?
Dave Gravett. He's just doing what Dave Gravett does.
He's just going to parts of the course that aren't even covered by the camera. That's how good he is. And knocked there by Lizard King.
Again, someone just started having a good time. He was hanging out with Kareem Campbell last night. Having a great time out here at Simple Session. Not skating, just chilling. Came out here with Keisha Johnson. Here we'll see very shortly.
That manual and
this was so
straight
cool.
into pole jam.
I don't think I've seen him do that. The only guy doing that little pop over and then push back through. Which actually, I was speaking to him about, it's not as easy as you'd think in terms of just
because there's a wall in front of you.
Exactly, it's a steep bank, and he was saying he goes to do it, and obviously he's doing it as a fun kind of trick in the middle of his run. He keeps feeling like he's going to catch his back on it, so it's
not comfortable.
A little bit risky because it is quite a steep bank, so he's got to go quite fast to get over it. There we go, our judges deliberating. Dave Duncan there on the right, panel of esteemed judges. As always,
fiercely debating their scoring system.
Yeah, absolutely. How do we judge a manual to pole jam?
How can you judge that? Is it right that you judge for a man to judge another man?
We're getting deep now. This is it.
Yes, we are, James. There he is,
Dave Gravett.
75. So, fourth place. pretty good.
It's a solid showing for Dave Brevet.
He's come up about halfway up so far, and here's Keyshot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he has got some pop, man. He's seriously got some big pop.
Keyshot will get onto any rail you put in front of him, and he'll potentially grind
He's a
up
monster.
it as well.
Yeah,
He has been grinding up rails out here this weekend. And yeah, it's crazy because he is a little bit taller than me, and
he's got long legs. He's got the long legs, though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So that he can really lift his legs up high.
Yeah,
like, do you know what I mean?
For sure. But my excuse has always been like, you know, I don't pop that high because I'm really
you're just
tall.
fat.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Cheers. Yeah, no, but Keyshot puts that to shame. So there we go. Front blunt. That's a big gap again up onto that rail from that pyramid. There's the nose grind.
Is that a nose grind or a front side
Oh
overcrook?
no, we're going to start that conversation. And then just stepping off that front Smith through and up.
Or is it an over feeble? Okay, let's not go there. Okay.
I'll evict you from this commentary booth in a moment's time.
There we go.
50. Oh no, really?
Just
two really uncharacteristic falls from Keyshot. Yeah, I'm sure he won't mind me saying, like, probably two of the easier tricks that he'd just expect to be able to just throw into his run, really. Not that riding through a kinked rail is easy, but, I mean, we know that Keyshot's like that.
He's a rail specialist.
That's the kind of stuff that he does, you know, in his sleep. So
he makes the course look really small as well, but probably because of his height.
That trick there, didn't quite see what that was, but again, those rails, huge, and you've got to hit a big gap onto them. So Keyshot, a little bit gutted about that one, understandably, because those two tricks he would have hoped to have just thrown into his run. But yeah, he'll clean it up for his second run. He'll come out swinging. Like, these rails really are where Keyshot is at home. So we'd expect to see him do some great stuff. But that nice, like, huge front blunt that he threw, that was amazing straight off the pyramid. I mean, you can kind of see there oh wow, Jake.
Danny Leon. Oh, is it Jake?
Yeah, I believe that was.
Oh, they're both dressed all in white, aren't they?
Yes, indeed.
God, there's always one. Oh, in this case, there's two. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so up next, Diego Fioresi.
Yeah, who absolutely another kind of Simple Session legend. He's been out.
He's been here a few times.
A bunch. He was in Paris just last week. Ukraine last week. There was another contest in Paris.
Did you see his best trick?
Yeah, the kick flip that he did.
Wow,
that was basically off a house.
Off a house over another house. It was big.
Absolutely incredible. Here we go. We're going to see some replays from Keyshot now. The straight 5-0, and there's that front blunt. Wow, like
locked.
I don't think you've got to be in person to see how much you've got to pop to get into that front blunt. There's the nose grind over crook, whichever way you prefer. Yeah, wow, that front blunt, real key. But we know Keyshot will be wanting to step that up, and I think as well, from his reaction when he ended up on the platform, he was like, "Oh, the time's up." I think he has more. In store
he looked
for
a
us.
little bit disappointed, didn't he? But I think it will calibrate him better for his next run. So maybe we'll see some bigger tricks sooner. I mean, he's got third. So
he is up into third for sure. But we do have some heavy hitters to come.
Yeah, there's some really savagery coming up.
Now, Diego.
There he
Diego
is.
Fioresi.
Skating for Jazz Skateboards, I believe. Jazz.
Coming out of Copenhagen, and just absolutely the most consistent guy yesterday.
Yeah, he's a machine.
Yeah, hopefully can replicate that today. He was just stomping everything that he went for. Did an amazing nollie heel off one of the kind of up banks where the kinked rail is. Just threw that in for fun. Literally one go. That was all he needed at the end of his run, and cruised away. There we go. Nice nollie heel up. Loves a nollie heel. Crook down. Like Dario, one of those guys that can just come out and go bang, trick. Doesn't need to set up so much. There's that kickflip, but I don't think that's much of an issue, When you look at the three tricks that he's done, that was
look at his run up.
That was the easiest one. and bang, straight back in. Oh, just stepping off that nollie flip. Such a
Hope
shame.
his rhythm. And like one of the worst things about falling off is that it takes more energy to come off than it does to stay on.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
if you come off twice in a row, you're out of breath. Like it's really hard to get back into your rhythm and into your flow.
For sure.
Especially when you're physically tired.
And we talk about the guys that are throwing in stuff on the quarters as well, not just doing like an axle store or a kick turn, like just doing a tray flip fakie there, just to get a little bit of something different in there, get a bit of an extra score in. So I really don't think the couple of bails that he's had will hurt him massively. Oh, it would have been good if he could have got that nollie heel though on the bank.
That's time.
So not a bad
I
first
would be
run
too
for
disappointed with that.
No.
He's kind of let everyone know where you know, like what his deal is. So
he's in
I
the zone
think,
now, and he's I mean still got a lot done, but I think he'll be disappointed with, like, in particular, because he kick flip into the bank and the nollie flip over the pyramid. He can do those.
I think because but just before that flip down the bank, he did a crook and he just landed not quite straight in the crook, so he ran out of speed and he had to push before the kick flip, and the kick flip didn't work out. So I think that's what got him.
Yeah, absolutely. Just taking a look at some of the replays. Yeah, there's the nollie heel. Never in doubt, the nollie heel. That's quite cool. The Smith to pop out early, almost into the bank.
Yeah, straight into up the bank as well.
Yeah,
which takes it all out of you.
Front lipping the bigger side there. That GT BMX rail. The one that we saw Keyshawn front blown. It's a big, big rail to get up onto. So, Alex D'Cunha up next.
Part of the MK Massive. Rob Selly, if you happen to be listening. I know you're not, but if you were listening, shout out to you, Rob Selly. MK Legends. Yeah, Alex D'Cunha, absolute monster. Like, he's such a good contest skater. Like, he's just got every trick absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's super consistent. And now I've said he's super consistent, he'll probably come off. But let's hope he doesn't, because he's UK.
No, 100%. I mean, Alex is the kind of guy to skate with Alex a lot over the years and hit a lot of contests with Alex. I mean, Simple Session being one that we kind of go to every year now.
Yeah.
But Alex, he'll be there like, okay, cool, I'm going to do this, and this in my contest run, and just goes out and it's
he
like,
totally knows
okay,
how to
cool,
play
it's
it.
done,
Yeah.
it's done. So here we go.
Kickflip, Manny. Oh, he hasn't quite stuck it.
Oh my gosh, still recovers it though. I mean, that'll get a score. It won't get the score that he's wanting, but that will get a score from the judges, and it keeps the run going. Like you say, it's that you fall off and you slow yourself down. At least it hasn't kind of slowed down where he's at in his run. And there's the feeble grind.
That's it, still got his flow on.
Go for the hippie jump over the pole jam, but nice way to kind of transition over to the other side of the park. The feeble grind to 50, nice little combo on the rail. Unique stuff that the guys haven't seen, the judges haven't seen yet today. Kick flip front board.
See what I'm saying, like he's so consistent, he just stays on. I mean, these are all his go-to tricks. There's the Benny. Oh my God, the
Benny
crown jewel of contest tricks, the Benny Hana.
And the cab flip up the Euro as well. The switch from one back in. What's he going to do? Maybe the late shove up the Euro. No, he's going for the pole jam. And the Manny at the end. I think the judges are going to like that. I think the judges are going to like that. A lot of unique tricks.
He knows how to play it. He's done it. He filled up the time. There he is. He's maybe going to take a nap or whatever, but yeah.
He said he was very responsible as well ahead of the contest. Only, made sure he left by 3 this morning. So,
this morning?
Yeah, so
oh my God.
Made sure he left the party at 3
He's so young,
to make sure that he was in good form for the contest. But yeah, Alex, definitely a consistent contest killer.
Park Team GB, there's the Benny Hana.
Yeah, narrowly missed a spot in the Olympics as well, but just a great guy that's out here having a good time. Loves being out here, and he bumps himself into first place. So the judges really liking that. The judges really enjoying Alex D'Cunha's first run, and we know. I mean, Alex had the skid on the kickflip Manny, and we were watching him in qualies and in practice yesterday.
He never missed it.
He never missed it. So again, it's the kind of thing. It's like first trick, first run. Second run, let's go. Let's get it down.
Yeah.
Danny Leon No stranger.
This guy is...
No stranger to winning a contest or a podium.
He is so good.
It's almost more of a shock when he's not on the podium at a contest.
Absolutely. I think it's almost a shame there isn't, you know, that big jump ramp stuff where he can do these flip grabs, because he's so good at skating big trails as well.
Absolutely. Can get those front blunts. Similar steez to Tom Shah there. But I think the really interesting thing with Danny is that he comes here and he knows, obviously, okay, all of those flip indies and massive crossbones and indie threes that I can usually do at Simple Session, I can't do this year.
Yeah.
So he comes out and he goes, right, I need to step up on the rails, and he does just that. He's like, right, I'll get as much transition stuff in as I can, but I'm going to make sure I get on these rails as well, because that's where the points are going to be at. And there's that nose grind as well.
Backside calf there, straight into a feeble up the escalator. Up the kick. Really sick.
Come back down with the 50-50. A couple of the guys loving that kind of grind through, pop out early. There's a long old rail, that as well.
Yeah.
The guys make it look incredibly easy, but when you're rolling up to it, you're like, that's about 30 feet of rail I need to grind. In fact, probably even more than 30 feet, actually. But yeah, it's
what's that
it's
meters
a little distance. Oh my gosh, that is incredible.
Front side nose grinds.
Popping up from the quarter as well, that's incredible.
Really sick.
Incredible, wow.
He didn't come off either.
Yeah, he did, I think, on the front side flip, I believe. But again, I don't think it's going to hurt him. I don't think it's going to be an issue, because there was so much in there, and that recovery from that bail, just got back on and then threw things out, like the gap up to front side nose grinds on the vert quarter, like, that's, you know, that how much is that going to score? I can overlook a bailed frontside flip. I can overlook a bailed frontside flip for a nose grind, gap up to nose grind on that vert quarter. That's a really tight vert quarter as well. That Ali Smith grind, really, really cool. Really cool.
He didn't even have his beautiful hair out.
No, tied back strictly for Simple Session.
Got it.
50-50 down, popping out early. Just managing to skate every aspect, and this was the absolute money trick.
God.
That is going to be...
You couldn't pay me money to try that. That's just the most scariest
Even the look
thing
on
ever.
his face as well. But Tuli Upstignev, I believe, is down with Danny right now to chat to him. Let's see what he's got to say.
Danny Leon, the winner of Simple Session 2020, is here with us right now. Danny, pretty much a perfect run. What are your comments on that?
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. Even in my round, I was thinking, okay, I don't know the time that I have. I'm happy with what I did. I just missed one trick, but then I tried like one crazy trick, like the low to high nose right there on the wall, and that's crazy. So I'm happy with that. Look, now they say I got first.
I mean, you're leader. Well done. You are no stranger to Simple Session, but normally the course is much bigger. How do you feel about this year's course?
The races are really big. It's kind of more for BMX. All the skaters were crazy when they saw it, but finally the level is getting high. They are skating. Usually I skate more transition, more ramps, so that's going to be more hard for me, but I haven't tried, and I feel good with what I did, so happy. Now I'm going to try to do my best in the second round.
Well, we are rooting for you for your second run. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't watch football.
Thank you to Tuli. And Danny smashing it, taking himself into first place. We've also got the QR code on screen right now. Visit Estonia Viewer's Choice. And it's well worth getting involved in that. You get 3 votes, so you can do this in skateboard and BMX. You get 3 votes in each competition. You can give it all to one rider, or you can split them up, distribute them, maybe give 2 to one rider, 1 to another, however you fancy doing it. But it's so worth getting involved, because you can win too. You can win a 4-day stay, or 4-night stay in Tallinn, Estonia, and a full program of events and stuff going down for you based on what you're into. If you want to chill, or if you want to get out and skate, ride, whatever you want to do, we'll sort it out for you. So visit Estonia. Visit Estonia, hooking it up, and we'll show you
Estonia.
Estonia in the best possible way. So Jake Woodson in. Oh my gosh, straight in with that front tail, 180 back into fakie, into the cab, half cab in. Jake Woodson, someone that...
He's an absolute bulldozer, isn't he? I mean, like, he's just known for just, like, power and authority, and he just absolutely just wipes the course clean.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And he's kind of one of those guys that, you know, is kind of turning heads more recently. He's just kind of barged onto the scene, as you said, almost, much like that front boneless into the floor. But he's just kind of like solidified his name in the scene as someone.
Yeah, in a really short space of time, relatively short space of time, because he's like super consistent and like he can just absolute beast mode it and just completely kill it.
And he can hang on to flip back disasters like that. But that's so cool.
There it is.
No. So started really well for Jake Wootton, but just coming unstuck in the latter half of his first run.
Okay, it's going to end. Is that going to be a nollie hard flip frontside revert there? But that's the end of Jake's run. Skating for Santa Cruz Red Bull.
So Jake gonna want to turn it on for his second run. See, this started so strongly. I thought we were on to a really good run from Jake here. So if he can do this again, but then keep it together in the second part of his run. Very few people kind of doing anything off that, really. Kind of more gapping onto it for manual or grind. Very few people kind of ollieing onto it and then doing flip tricks off, really. Doing it for Red Bull, one of our sponsors out here at Simple Session 2021.
He's definitely having a good time. He's like always seems to be quite pumped. So
for sure.
Definitely enjoying himself.
Absolutely. And we move now into our top three. So excited because, in fact, in terms of the standings so far, I mean, we've got Danny Leon, Alex D'Cunha and Tom Shah up in the top three. But our top three qualifiers, Chris Gregson, Richard Torrey and Ivan Montero,
it could all change.
To come. It could all switch up at this point. Those guys are going to be happy where they're sat. But these three that are about to skate, oh, man, they
absolutely, they're monsters. I mean, Chris Gregson, who's up next, I believe, is he's got beautiful frontside flips, man. I can't wait for him to throw one out. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're so good, and he's so comfortable on transition. He's comfortable on concrete. He's comfortable on wood. He's comfortable in skate parks. So he really is one to watch, and he will hit rails. He will hit trannies. He will hit the hubbers. He is so good, and he looks really fragile. I mean, like, scared for Blood Wizard, obviously. He looks really thin, but just don't. It doesn't mean he skates in a fragile way. He skates like an absolute beast.
100%. I think the great thing with Chris is you've probably watched his footage in every transition, bowl skater, vert skater's part. Those follow cam lines where you're going, how on earth has the film?
How did they film that? It's probably him filming it.
Probably behind the camera, but then comes out here and he's like, oh yeah, you know that I'm like one of the best follow cam filmers. Yeah, I'm also a really good skater too. So there's a reason that footage looks so good, you know. And I was just watching him at work yesterday, filming one of like the course previews, following some of the guys around, and it was just the lines that he was taking, and he wasn't looking at his board. He was concentrating on the camera, and I was like, wow, he's just kind of
you got to multitask so hard when you're filming as well. It's just so hard to do.
Frontside flipping coming.
Look at
there we go. That's what we're talking about.
Beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, kind of coming unstuck in the first part of the run. And coming unstuck on that. I think maybe going for the Smith and just potentially got the angle wrong on the truck.
Stall or something.
Bringing the truck up at the top there.
Maybe he'll hit that red bar as well for his last trick.
Yeah, he was doing Smith stalls up on that red bar. He's got a good kick flip, very good, as we've discussed, frontside flip on him, that he can do whether it's on transition or whether it's over the pyramid to flat. He doesn't seem to mind. And hitting this one as well, the lean air transfer from the flat bank. That's a good kind of 6 foot setback into that vert wall, and that's kind of quite like a tight vert wall. It goes to vert quite quickly. There's the transition up it, and then that is it. You are against that wall. And he's been hitting that consistently every single time. So Chris Gregson probably, I mean, I don't think that's going to put him into the top three, because he did.
He's shaking his head.
Yeah, I think he knows that as well. But 100%, if he can get it down, I mean, as we saw yesterday, definitely potential to be in the top three.
There's that frontside flip. Look at that, folded over beautifully. Nice. He can do that frontside flip to disaster, to nose blunt, to
pivot,
melon, to pivot. He's got every single variation down. It's such a nice trick.
Absolutely.
There's the horns.
But also one of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Super nice guy as well, yeah. He's here with his girlfriend.
Yes.
He proposed to her and now she's going to marry him. So stoked for them.
Congratulations to those guys. But yeah, I had to go over and fanboy a little bit and just say, man, I love your work. I love your skating. I love your filming. I love everything you do.
Did he call the police again?
Yeah, he did. So stop showing up at my house. But yeah.
My hotel room again? Jesus.
But yeah, Chris Gregson, judges looking at where to put that. I don't, as I say, I may end up eating my hat on this one, but I don't think that's going to put him in the top 3. But like we say, he didn't look over the moon with that one.
I think he knows he's capable of more, but I wouldn't be too disappointed. But he only really came. I only remember him coming once.
Love that we're talking about that like massive frontside flip that he'd done on the quarter pipe. Like if I'd just done that massive frontside flip, I'd be.
That's me. That's my career ender. Yeah.
Great stuff. But yeah,
I'd be living off that for quite some time.
But based on what we saw him doing qualifiers yesterday, definitely, we hope more to come from Chris Gregson. We are going to be switching it up slightly. Chris Gregson, yeah, there we go. 68.
11th.
2 down in 11th. So he's got
that's actually a lot further down than I thought you'd be.
Yeah, that is quite a lot further down. The first 30 seconds, as you say.
Out 13.
Yeah, really. I think that made all the difference, really. Not a huge amount kind of went down in there. We're going to switch it up and take a totally different approach to the park now. Expect to see some beautiful rail technical
flip-ins. Yeah, some flip-into slides. Richard was doing a lot of big spin boards and I think flip board slides.
Yeah, he loves a heel flip backboard and a nollie heel backboard. And
heel flip backboard is a rare trick as well.
I know, yeah, it really is, and he does them so well. It's one of those tricks that he just seems to be so comfortable on. But yeah, like you say, that front big spin backboard, absolutely.
Flipboard slide there.
Flip backboard. And yeah, again, we talk about that kind of confidence to just drop in and go, my first trick is a flip into a board slide.
Yeah.
Like that, that can go wrong.
Yeah.
Flipping that board. The judges recognise that you've dropped in and you've gone, yeah, here you go.
Here it comes, yeah. Here's a heel flip.
And there's that heel flip board slides. Hey judges, I can do them both ways. It's fine. Don't worry.
Sending a message. He's just flipping into everything. It's ridiculous.
Yep, another flip
so
front board.
He's so consistent.
Only thing for the judges, they may want to see him mix it up slightly because he's done 2 flip front boards now. But there we go. He's come over to this section to change things up on his run. Heel flip up the Euro. And there we go. There is that front big spin board slide.
Frontside biggie boarder, yeah.
Kind of more common to see people do the big spin to front boards, kind of variations than the big spin backboard. But doing it so well on that A-frame rail is no joke. Front lip after time as well. Flawless run.
Flawless run. Yeah. I mean, he had so many flips into slides there. I mean, flipping into a board slide is a little bit more forgiving than flipping into like a nose slide or a tail slide, but even then, to have that consistency is just really going to be to his advantage.
Oh, absolutely. And doing it down rails as well.
Yeah.
So here we go, coming through the kink trail, taking the latter down rail, the kickflip backboard, and there's the kickflip front board. That, as I say, the gap up onto that is no joke.
No.
Lots of sack potential if you miscatch the board there. So,
just bolts.
And likewise on the front big spin, this front big spin to backboard, if you miss that board there, that isn't going to be a fun experience.
No, you're going to get tangled up and you're going to, it's perfect.
Absolutely perfect. But it is, that is a trick that he knows.
Yeah, you can tell he's going, he can do that all day long.
He knows he can do that every single time. That front lip there after time, so not sure the judges will be considering that one. But the rest of the run, solid. I don't think he needed the front lip particularly.
No, I mean, I think the only thing he could have done is maybe done some transition tricks.
Yeah.
Like a McTwist or a 540 or something. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like, but this is the level where...
in a McTwist.
If you're going to just done a McTwist at the end or something.
But look, the judges recognising that.
He didn't need to do a McTwist. Just see how consistent he is.
Exactly.
Everything. So stoked.
And that is how much having a full pull counts in terms of the points. The judges love to see it.
But this guy,
again, no stranger to a full pull. Very, very capable of doing some very technical tricks.
Yeah, the kid's crazy. He's so good. So
looking like he, you know, at the end of the 1 minute, looking like he's got another 3 minutes in him if you need him to.
Yeah.
You know, has been doing pretty consistently tray flip nose blunt slides down the second part of that kinked rail.
Crazy, yeah. You just saw him just applying some wax there to the nose of his board.
Yeah.
I think he must be doing some kind of crook. He was trying to do like a heel flip or flip nose slide or something down the hubba. Maybe that's why he was sticking a bit of wax in there, because he wanted to make sure he was going to slide.
But again, the difference there, not doing an axle stall to turn around, doing the back nose blunt, coming back through. This is looking really good so far for Ivan, and we know he can turn it up in the technicality kind of sphere.
He's locked, isn't he?
Coming with the nose blunt slide. Again, we know he's got the tray flip in, but yeah, real kind of game plan coming out here. Saw him in the hotel this morning, and he was
there's the nose slide.
Nose slide nollie big spin. Great, that's nice. Throwing in the more technical moves, and we might see him go for this tray flip lip or tray flip nose blunt now coming back. Saw him in the hotel this morning, and he was like, I'm ready. He's like, let's go. Let's get down to the park. And I saw him at the park, and he was full game face.
So he's got 10 seconds left. It feels
he
like
knows what he's doing.
It feels like he's run twice as long as everyone else's.
And there's the tray flip lip slides.
That is no joke. He's timed that perfectly.
Exactly. He knows that. He knows that. And he's coming back, and he's just going to just throw in.
Feeble to backsmith.
Feeble to backsmith. He isn't stopping. It's after time.
Doesn't matter.
And I think we're probably going to see Ivan go to first place there.
That's definitely a first place run.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, then I don't know what the judges have been smoking.
But Ivan, as we talked about earlier, checking out some of these replays, like the dream scenario in this kind of format where you've got 2 runs, best run counts, is to get that first run down, and you're like, cool, that was my kind of banker.
He can coast now. He could like,
well,
that was like.
I mean more in terms of he can go for whatever he wants in his second run now, because he's just like, man, I can do that run, and then, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him step it up to the tray flip nose blunt slide, because he can. Because he's done the tray flip lip, like it's sorted, you know.
Yeah, he's already got that in the bag. I mean, he could sit back and basically forfeit his second run. Like, I'd be so happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as the guys get warmed up, I believe our third member of our team, Thule, is down there chatting to some of the guys right now.
Ivan Montero, first time in Tallinn, first time in simple session, and wow, what a run, what a competition already. I mean, how do you feel about everything?
I'm stoked I got full run, and just waiting on the scores, you know.
What can we expect from you from the second run?
What is it?
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah? Any comments for the crowd? You're obviously the crowd favorite right now.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate everyone. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, you are the leader. Congratulations. You are the leader. Who's gonna
sorry.
Go celebrate.
Commercial. Yeah, commercial break, scores.
So, Ivan Montero up in first, as we predicted after the first run. 92.75 for him. Richard Turi in that second place spot that he qualified in, 90.5, and Danny Leon's going to be very, very happy to be bumping himself up into third place there. Alex Dacuna just behind him, fourth with an 85. Alex, again, someone that's going to be very happy with that. Tom Shah in the fifth spot, Dario Matarolo in sixth. Keishot Johnson in seventh, looking to step things up for the second run after a couple of falls. And Igor Koldakov in eighth place, doing it for Russia. Then in ninth, we're going to have David Gravet with that 75. Raul Erberg in 10th, doing it for Estonia. Diego Fioresa in 11th. Jake Wooten looking to land a few more maneuvers in the second run in 12th. Chris Gregson, someone as well that we know can step it up. Our third place qualifier, in 13th. Lizard King in 14th. And then Artur Bogdanovic in 15th place. An absolutely incredible lot of first runs here at Simple Sessions 2021, the skateboard finals, and we'll be bringing you run 2 in a moment's time. Yes, welcome back to Simple Session 2021. We are currently halfway through the skateboard finals. All 15 riders have had their first run. The best run counts, and we've got a second run coming up for you in a moment's time, going back to the top of the list. If you want to get involved in the conversation today, Twitter is where to go. Hashtag Simple Session 21. Shout out to Stu, Matt, and the guys back in England watching at the moment. Stu says the kids are watching and waiting for their shout out anxiously.
Really?
So a shout out to those guys. They're enjoying the contest. Streamed to their house live from Talinas, Estonia to England. And remember, if you want to get involved in potentially winning yourself a 4-night stay in Estonia, where you'll be hooked up by Visit Estonia with the stay of your dreams. If you want to skate, if you want to chill, whatever, they'll hook it up and they'll give you a full program, all paid for. Scan that QR code that's in the bottom right of the screen right now. Get involved. And not only will a rider win something, you will win something too. It's absolutely the biggest slam dunk for you.
It's a really good opportunity, and if you can't scan the QR code, then you can just visit simplesession.votdemo.eu. And remember, you just have to vote for your 3 most favourite riders, and you could win a trip to Estonia.
Yeah, absolutely. You get 3 votes per session, so there's going to be 3 votes you can have in skate, 3 votes you can have in BMX, and they don't all have to go to the same rider. I mean, if you really like one rider and you want to give them all to him, you can. But equally, if you want to distribute, if there's a couple of guys you're backing, you can spread them out across there. And we will, of course, in the award ceremony at the end of the contest, announce who has won the Visit Estonia.
And you can take another person as well. A friend,
of course,
a lover, a wife,
or
a husband.
Complete stranger.
Take a complete stranger, just pull someone off the street.
Absolutely.
Take them to the airport, fly them to Estonia.
How cool would that be? Like, you're in a taxi and you just say to the driver, like, man,
just come to Estonia with me, bro.
I'm going to Estonia right now.
Let's go.
Do you want to come? Do you want to come with me? Visit Estonia.
Park up.
Yeah.
Paid for.
It's cool. It's cool.
It's going to be
just make
sweet.
Make sure it doesn't leave the meter on for you whilst you're in Estonia, because that'll be very expensive when you get back.
Very expensive.
Very expensive. Artas Bogdanovic getting ready for his second run. We go back to the top of the order.
Arta, of course, from Riga in Latvia. Staple attendee of a Simple Summer Session and Simple Session. He's going to look to really improve on his first run. I don't think he was too happy with it. And he came last place, but Arta's a really good guy, so let's see what he's got for us.
And can I just say, last qualifier into the Simple Session final. Like, that's not a last.
That's no joke.
Yeah, that's last place. That's incredible. Like, you know, so yeah, shout out to Artas, and he was so excited that he'd made it in. But yeah, like you say, coming out of Riga, Latvia, that park they have in Riga where we held Simple Summer Session, I think
that was really good.
It was 2019, I think it was. Yeah, it was absolutely what
it was a gorgeous day as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was amazing. Shout out to Chris Doyle, who was out there working on the broadcast with us, bringing the BMX knowledge, because they had a BMX street contest, and of course, similar BMX street contest going down here at the Pohjola factory here in Tallinn, Estonia. Slightly different setting for Simple Session this year, as opposed to the Saku Surhal arena that we're usually at. A little bit more intimate, a smaller crowd, but still making all of the noise and bringing all that good energy.
So here comes Arthur looking to improve.
There we go. See, there was that back heel.
Yeah, he fell off from the first one, but now he landed it. So hopefully it's not going to be messing with his head on this second one. There's the pop shove it. Clings on there. All good. See what he's got, a half cab heel.
Oh, there we go.
Nailed.
See, this is all the stuff that he knows he can do. And there's that nose grab as well, that back 3 transfer, that slight transition maneuver, and the fakey Manny 3. That was so well done. That is so well done. But yeah, this is the run that he knew he could come out and do. And like we said, that first run nerves, first guy out in the final. We've had all the TV hype, all the lights have been going whilst they've been announcing.
All the girls screaming.
Exactly, and then, you know, you drop in and it's just, you feel a little bit nervous. Oh my gosh, almost popped over that crooked grind. And this, I was going to say if he can hang on, he's come off the back disaster. He needs to get back on quick, get that last trick in. Is this the front tail? No, it's the 50-50.
What's it going to be? Is he going to do something jazzy on the pole?
Oh,
in a heel flip.
Yeah. There we go.
Nice.
I think that's going to be a good score. He's definitely going to bump himself up. Like, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way he doesn't get a better score for that second one.
He definitely made up for it then.
But yeah, incredible, lovely mixture.
Lizard kick, so stoked. Just fist bumps.
But look at that. That's how confidently he usually does back heels. So, you know, maybe just feeling that pressure. Yeah, that's what we said about the pop shove-its as well. It's like, you know, it's looked at as a bit of a
simple trick,
a basic trick, but when
it can really mess you up.
But when you've got to pop it over like a pyramid, it's like almost a bit of an earthquake gap, really. It's got a gap in the middle. But when you've got to pop it over something like that, it can go a bit squirrely, as we saw there. And it's like, you know, it's not a trick that many trust to throw into a contest run because, you know, it can come unstuck quite often.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, big shout out to him. I'm sure the judges will be liking that. Do you know who else has a really good pop shove it? Chaz Ortiz.
Oh my God, yeah, Chaz Ortiz.
Unbelievable.
Or Jake, oh my God, I can't remember his name now.
Brilliant, thanks for that information.
Cheers. You're welcome, everyone. The thousands of people listening. That my incompetence. No, I think he's Skate Mafia had a part out, and he does massive pop shove-its over bins and everything, and he like looks like a real street skater as well. So look at that, 6th place.
Arthur's so happy with that, bumps himself up to 6th place. And he's going to be hoping that everyone bails their second runs and he finishes up there. Igor Koldakov, currently ranked 9th with his 76. Definitely had. I mean, he had a couple of falls, and we were saying, you know, we knew he could land those bits.
I think he's got context because like the last part I saw him skate, he had glasses on, so not that makes much of a difference. You know, that little fact there, but yeah. Igor's super consistent. Yeah. But I think he's more of like a real street skater, like small edges and stuff, and maybe the odd round and hubba. But you can see he's so comfortable on them as well.
Absolutely. There's that crook down the hubba. Cool. So going for this same run, wants to clean it up a bit, get the things that went wrong in the bag. Oh no, missing the nollie hards, and you can see he knows. He's like, man, I can do this. I know I've got this trick.
Is he going to try and do it again?
I think he probably is going for it again. And that's it. I mean,
nailed.
It's so frustrating when that happens in contests, when you're like, I know I can do it like this. Like, just.
But especially is when what he's trying to do over that like platformless volcano, and if you miss, your nose isn't going to pop off or anything. It's just going to go down there.
That is a point on a nollie hard flip as well, right? Like,
you've got to pop it, otherwise you're going to get credit carded.
It's one that you can definitely kind of roll over the lip easily if you don't quite time that pop right. You've got to pop so much earlier. That front feeble though, the judges will be loving,
isn't it? Just
will be loving that.
So good.
But again, annoyingly, the slight drop of time here, because we saw Igor kind of get to this point in his run. Last time he's still going. He's doing this one purely for the fans. Oh, such a shame that he didn't get there. That's so annoying.
I know it's out of time, but I think the judges are still watching. they're still going to be watching.
If you were a judge, you would definitely still be scoring that, right?
I would subconsciously still score him and still go, yeah, actually you're pretty good.
But I mean, it is a point that a lot of contests, you know, like, people just want to see the tricks get done, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes things after time do get counted, but I mean, like, at the Olympics, which a lot of these guys, or some of these guys have been at, you know, like that time ends and it's like nothing after that counts.
Yeah. There's
no leeway. So we'll see. Maybe the judges take it into consideration.
But it's skateboarding, man, no rules. Except there are rules. There's the nollie hard. Maybe we'll get Kareem to go down and show him how it's done.
Campbell, absolutely.
Get a bird over
out here hanging out. Come out with Keisha Johnson.
I got to go and find him and pester him for a selfie because he's just not getting out of telling me that.
A legend of skateboarding, street skateboarding, such a pioneer. The Ghetto Bird.
Ghetto Bird, nollie hard, that's over that.
Kareem Campbell staple, not sure anyone's done them better since.
Definitely not.
People have tried. But Kareem Campbell, the originator.
There's Igor, let's see how he scored.
I think it's going to be interesting to see. I think he probably got more in his first run, but did get the nollie hard flip, which is a good trick. I think they're probably having a very similar conversation right now. And they're the ones that have to put the score on the board, so we've got the easy job up here.
There's Dave Duncan in the white there.
Yeah.
famously usually MCs, but I think he's judging.
He is also, he's doing the best trick there. He's emceeing the best.
Oh, you will hear him for the best trick then.
He was emceeing the mini ramp contest outside.
Cool.
So Dave,
I really want to skate that mini ramp. I brought my board today, but it was just soaked when I got here this morning, so I will try again. So there he is, he's 9th.
he stays in 9th, or in fact maybe these are the standings before his score is announced, because he was on 76 unless he scored exactly 76 again next time. But these are the standings so far.
See what happens with the judges. Yep, they're good to go.
There we go. Oh, he does.
Oh, wow.
Does increase. So that nollie half flip worth a lot of points for Igor then.
81. He's stoked as well.
81.
Right.
And who knows? Maybe a few bits considered after time.
Yeah. But 81.6. So he's in 6th place now. So he's bumped out. Who's he bumped out? It's Lizard King. Let's see, Lizard King. His real name's Mike. He's actually got a middle name as well.
Most do, to be fair.
I've got 2 middle names. Yeah, that's what. But no, in Estonia, it's really weird if you got.
Oh, really?
Name.
Oh,
yeah,
well, there we go. There we go. Sorry, Estonian fans, thinking of being strange. So Lizard King back in. Kickflip. Oh, going to flat.
And he's doing
such
a good kickflip.
Do it for the fans. He has got an incredible kickflip.
He's stoked he didn't make it. As stoked as if he did make it. Look at it. He's just loving it. He keeps adjusting his truck. I wonder if there's something wrong with his truck.
I don't think he minds.
I don't think he's stoked. There's a problem with his truck as well, isn't he? Okay, here we go. Oh, that kickflip.
Come on, let's just get that. I think this is probably just going to be a battle for the kickflip to flat now.
He's done. Now he just wants to land a kickflip.
Absolutely.
Come on, Lizard King. I think
20 seconds.
He's going to throw the towel, I think. Oh no, he's not. He's going to have one more go.
Come on.
He's going to have one more go.
The fans want the kickflip, Lizard King, and we're going to stay here.
Either that or a McTwist.
Or a McTwist.
Or a Benny.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at all. He's done some monstrous kickflips in his time as Lizard King.
It's so nice when he does it.
Just comes unstuck. So much crowd appreciation for Lizard King, someone who's fully come out simple session for the first time, and he's just fully embraced.
He's just so
pumped.
He's
absolutely
loved it.
loved it. Anything the crew at Simple Session have wanted him to do, course previews, all of this, he's like, yeah, of course, that's no problem. That's no problem. Gets roped in for an interview at the start. Yeah, I'll come and talk.
I saw a video of him.
Yeah.
And he was on, you know, those swings that have like rigid poles instead of like a chain or whatever you'd have on a normal one.
I saw this outside yesterday.
And
got it. I've witnessed it.
You swing and you can go the full 360 degrees the way around. I'm way too scared to do it.
Oh, no,
but he did it 7 times in a row.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy to watch. It was absolutely crazy to watch. It's an Estonian sport, and I can't remember what the name is.
A sport?
It's an Estonian sport. It was invented in Estonia.
I didn't even know.
Because you know as a kid, so Lizard King takes a 33 on that one.
15th place.
Won't get higher than 15th today. But yeah, that's the whole thing is that, yeah, you like when you're a kid and you always like, oh, I want to go all the way over on the swing. This thing, you actually do that because they made the poles rigid and you tie yourself in.
Yeah.
So there we go. So Raul Erberg, the local Estonian coming out of Tartu.
South of Estonia, super consistent.
First Estonian to make the Simple Session skate finals. In a few years.
Yeah. Usually it's Alexander Tubin, isn't it?
Alexander Tubin, yeah.
Well, it has been in the last few Simple Sessions that I've been at.
And you can hear the crowd appreciation for it.
Just so pumped. Absolutely. Backflip there, which he did for his last trick, I think, was it?
He did, yeah, but he's got time because... And there's the ollie to flat. He ended up with time because that's the difference. If you don't bail, you've got that time at the end.
Oh, he's got one more. Is he going to go for one more?
For one more?
Crowd are loving it. Let's see it all.
Who doesn't love the hometown hero, right?
Yeah. Massive Benny.
Oh, he's not sure what he was going for there, but
Yes, Raul. The crowd are going to be stoked.
Amazing. Amazing showing for Estonia. I mean, managing to basically be the last contest before everything locked down during the pandemic. Not to mention the pandemic too much, because it's all that's on the television and all that's on the news. But yeah, basically last competition, big competition before the lockdown, and pretty much the first one back bar the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, great.
And he also gets to go to the pub afterwards and say, "Oh, it reminds me of that time I beat Lizard King in that contest." Oh, is that going to be a backside? Oh yeah, back lip. But I wonder what trick he just tried to say.
I was wondering if he was trying to go maybe to overcrook, but his
oh, so now overcrooks do exist, huh?
Back overcrooks do. I mean, I'm a believer that front overcrooks exist, but just to go on record and really out myself there, but like, yeah, because I think it's a different shape, isn't it? If a back overcrook exists, so does a front one. But lots of people do not believe that. But yes, so yeah, Raul having a great showing. And yeah, managing to put it together. There's that crook. This landed a little toe heavy on the front, but no toe drag.
I'd take it.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, the nice ollie to flat at the end to finish. Definitely going to be.
It's nice to just end with something safe rather than just trying to do a.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I think that's it. Because he's like, by that point, he's got a flawless run. It's like, why risk it? I'm going to increase my score. I'm not going to give the judges anything to mark me down for by falling at the end. So here's an ollie to flat that just gets me a few little extra.
An extra
okay, cool.
0.1.
Yeah, exactly.
Dario Matarolo from Argentina.
Let's get back in. Had a really good showing in his first run.
Trying to catch his
one of those guys that we were saying kind of really just comes in and mixes it up on the transition, on the street, and yeah, just gets so many different tricks in. Will come in and go bang, bang, bang. Here's something on every obstacle. I'm not just using this quarter pipe to turn around. I'm doing a trick on it, and then you're going to see me do a trick after that on this rail that's right in front of me. You know, like it's unbelievable, isn't it?
It's absolutely unbelievable.
Crazy. So there we go.
That's really
so
good.
There we go. We see the difference.
I would be absolutely pumped for that. 5th place. That's really good.
He's very, very happy with that.
I don't think the top order is going to change that much unless this middle section, or maybe if
I don't know.
Tom Shah suddenly.
A few of the guys didn't quite do what they were hoping, and we're seeing as well. I mean, look at the increase for Raul there with the full pull. The judges are loving it if you don't bail.
Yeah,
that's counting for a lot. Just avoiding that beam there.
The beam
is padded, but I'm sure if you ride into it that fast,
it's not going to be pleasant.
Still probably hurts. There's the 50-50 off the side as well. It's probably about a 6-foot drop, 7-foot drop to where you're landing.
Going to be
back through with the. He's going for the gap up. It's a nice, full lip slide. Love the way that he sticks that back leg out as well in that lip slide fully. It's almost like locking a trick on a lip slide on ramp. You know, you can see when someone's so comfortable when they push that back leg into it.
Yeah, just to make really sure it gets in front of you, so that when you pop it in, it's underneath you.
Yeah. Oh, that's a contest make for sure.
Oh,
that counts. That counts. I mean, it's obviously not going to score the full points that it could, but whatever. And that tail slides, the judges won't care about too much. It was on the buzzer, if not after time. I mean, that's one of those instances where if he got the tail slide, it's a bit of a win-win scenario. Because if he got the tail slide, the judges would have probably gone, oh yeah, nice tail slide at the end. But equally, he fell, and they were like, well, the time was up.
But they're still buzzing off the flip nose slide, aren't they?
Exactly, but that
was really nice.
So good.
Really useful trick to have in your to be able to just do like a back tail on a big quarter pipe, because you're not doing that stupid like they do at the skate park in Tampa. Well, you know, in the pros they'll just jump off, board in hand, and then turn around and then drop in again. It's just like, come on, mate, you're a pro. Do something.
Calling out everyone that skates at Tampa.
Pretty much.
I'm not going on record.
What are they going to do? Come and beat me up?
I'll leave you to that one. I'll leave you to that one. There we go. There was that flip front nose.
I'd take that. That was cool. So good on you.
Beautiful. And there we go. We see that Dario ups himself to 5th.
Oh, nice. He's done well.
83.25. It's a shame, really, that flip front nose wasn't cleaner, because I think we could have probably seen him in the 85s, 86s if he'd. If it was. I mean, that's one of those tricks that really. Like, the judges definitely really take that into account when you've gone, okay, I've done this whole run and I'm about to just risk it all on this absolutely huge trick at the end. It's definitely something that works in your favour if you can pull it off. So but great that you managed to get that done. Flipped front nose slide, guarantee that'll be the only one that you'll see in this final.
But here's Tom Shaw dropping in, visit Estonia, quarter pipe.
Heading way over that pole jam as if it's not even there. That thing's so much bigger than it looked on the designs when the team sent it over. Doing the back boneless into the cameraman.
Oh, now did the cameraman get in his way?
I don't know. He came off the park to where the cameraman was, basically.
Park's not big enough for him, really. Is
I mean, really needs to get back on his board if he wants it.
He's got 40 seconds left. I mean,
he's probably not going to see himself increase.
Not a great deal, as long as he stays on. And if he has a couple of big bangers, then maybe he'll. Oh, that was nice. Front side mill into transfer into the big wall ride. Backside big spin disaster. Oh, and he's going to go for a floaty backside ollie there.
So I think he's realistically he's going to go with his. He's got maybe one trick score.
Left. Yeah, he's got maybe one trick left. Maybe want to keep the crowd happy, and then that's time.
Yeah, there we go. He's absolutely going with that first run score, isn't he? But great to have Tom Shaw out here. You know, someone that like. As a transition skater myself, I was really excited to see Tom Shaw skate.
Yeah.
I was so excited to have him out here. And someone I saw on the rider list, and I was like, surely not. Yeah. Surely he's not coming. And then it was like, no, Tom Shaw is here. Tom Shaw is here. So, yeah, really excited to have him out here. That
lovely.
Oh, wow. That huge transfer.
But I think he came off, I think it was on the big quarter, and it totally winded him. He did a big floaty backside ollie and then kicked it away.
For sure.
And running out of those tricks completely takes it over you. There he is, 82.12.
But you also know though that you're you've lost your board at that point. You're on the wrong bit of the park, and he's probably gone, my first run score was pretty solid. I've now lost my board. It's going to take me maybe 20 seconds to get it back and get on. There's no chance. Do you know what I mean? So in your mind, you're like,
may as well just coast.
It's a shame.
You've already checked out, haven't you? Really, because you're not going to get in that top three.
Exactly. So Diego Fioracer up there just hanging out.
I think it's Dave Gravett next.
It is indeed.
Mountain Bike Dave.
Mountain Bike Dave.
I'm sorry I got your nickname wrong. It's not BMX Dave.
You have to go and apologise in person later.
Yeah.
I don't think he's very impressed with you, Mark Brewster.
Have you seen what he gets up to in King of the Road?
I don't know if it's savoury to talk about on this broadcast. But another just really great guy.
Yeah. He's just pumped for everything, isn't he? He's like, and he'll just do all these mad silly tricks on he's got a different mad trick for every single obstacle on the course.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's
there's the kickflip to foot plant, wall plant, body jar type thing on the way back in.
That was sick.
That was crazy. Judges are going to like that. But yeah, Dave, just again, someone that it's really good to see when people come out like American skaters, really big names. He's getting on the bike. This is it.
Yes.
He's getting on the BMX.
This is what the judges want to see.
100%. It's great to see guys coming out that are in these contests that come to Simple Session. They're just they get it. It's this is the great it's a great vibe, and we're all here to have fun and have a great time. And Dave just 100% doing that, bringing the BMX out in a skate contest.
And that's why I said called him BMX Dave, because he loves BMX. So, little bar spin there.
Bar spin transfer.
He's got 10 seconds left. Come on, Dave, do a flare or a tail whip or something. Sick. Yes, it's dirt bike. There's Dave Gravett. Is he skate for Creature?
He does indeed. He was saying that he is heading to another contest and then heading on somewhere else for a creature trip.
Oh my God.
So he's...
those guys.
I think he's been, this is it. It's like, these guys, as much as they're here having a good time and having a joke, like, these guys that are on the road, like, really do have to stay
fully pumped the whole time.
Yeah.
Just trip after trip after trip.
Keep your body in check, because you've got to be going for that long. Like, like most of us go to contests and it's like, great, we've got like a couple of weeks to chill, and it's like, Dave is contest to contest, then to creature trip to probably go and film some crazy stuff.
Yeah, like, I mean, he's probably out for the whole summer. He's not going home. He's out for the whole summer, and he won't go home until like maybe September or October.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's full of tours.
Absolutely. So Dave Prevert making it happen on a skateboard and on a BMX. But we throw now to Keisha Johnson, currently sat in 10th place, has put a bit of pressure on himself. He's left it all to do on his second run, with a couple of uncharacteristic bails on a couple of the rails. That 5.0
locked in.
And then he's coming back round for this front blunt. I think he's got a line in mind. So there's that front blunt.
He's just like, that front blunt was clearly, he was doing that trick on the way to some other mad trick.
Yeah. Oh, and he switches up for the 5.0. Falls on that one. Oh no, this isn't quite the showing that Keisha wanted.
He's going to try again.
Yeah, shame, because he swapped that out for that trick last time.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe he should have gone for that, because he'd already done the 5.0 on the rail, maybe to mix it up. And there, the bail on the Smith up as well. Such a shame for Keisha. Someone that can absolutely kill it, and that we've seen kill it time and time again. Full double kink. First guy doing that in the finals today, I believe. And they're coming around for the front lip again, like.
He must be exhausted, because as I said before, like, every time you come off, it just uses up energy, because you've got to run out.
Absolutely.
It just really finishes you off.
So let's check out some replays from Keisha. Front 5.0, that's, not a super reliable trick. It's so good. He's got that kind of, it's one of those tricks that can roll over the rail a little bit and be it's scarier than it looks. It's that nose grind. 50-50 all the way through. Look how chilling he is on that. Like, just arms down, whatever, we're good. We made it. And now, look at that. You were right. Absolutely, like, panting after that one. But that will happen. That will happen. 72 stays in 10th. Unfortunate. Not the showing that we have seen from Keisha Johnson in other simple sessions. He's clearly a bit bummed on that one. But great to have him out here.
Absolutely.
Great to have him back out. Because I did wonder at one point whether it was going to be a largely European contest. So good to have so many people travelling from all over.
Yeah, he's coming a long way.
QR code in the bottom right that just appeared. Visit Estonia Viewers Choice. And by voting, you can win yourself a trip to Tallinn, Estonia. So there's that nollie heel up, Diego Fioreso. Crook down. Tray flip, and he bailed this kick flip. He's ditched the kick flip, cool. Which is fair enough, I think. Like, he's got the 3 in inside 10 seconds, 3 tricks in. But that's the shame, because
he does nice nollie flips over that guy.
Yeah, I feel like that was almost the thing. Like, by ditching the kick flip, it's like, right, okay, I'll just give myself a moment just to compose and think about, visualize that nollie flip over the pyramid. So it's a shame the foot almost just got in the way of that and stopped that one from flipping. I believe that was the tray fakie on the quarter. And the nose grind down. He does a good job of keeping it going, though, just getting back into the zone.
Hasn't really thrown him, has he? He's still pumped. And he just misses that
almost. But I think that you see there, that's where the rails are quite high and you need quite a bit of speed. Almost looked like he just didn't quite have enough speed to get into that prime spot on that front lip. Looked like he almost had to pop up a bit more. There was that nollie heel we were on about that he did in qualifiers as well.
Perfectly.
And that was so good. So good.
But he got that best trick in cube, and that was huge.
Yeah, it was.
Massive.
It was. If you haven't seen that yet, check out Diego's Instagram, because I'm sure it's on there. Absolutely monstrous kickflip over a gap.
Out in
tray faking.
Ukraine. Yeah, good to be able just to throw that one in as a little tech transition maneuver. So interesting. It'll be interesting to see where Diego puts himself after that one, because he bailed on the kickflip in the first run, but then left the kickflip out, then bailed on the nollie flip again.
Didn't quite find his rhythm afterwards.
That was my thinking, because he bailed the front lip 2 in the second run. So I think that's probably why he's sticking with his first run score. But Alex Dacuna feeling pretty good as well.
4th place.
Full tail scrape on that kickflip Manny opener last time out. So
he's going to try again.
I wonder
redeem himself.
if he may well do that. Looks like it.
There it is.
And there we go. And so cool to ollie over the Euro as well. Just makes that a little bit harder. Comes in for the front board. Sex change. Okay, Alex, this is the thing we were talking about. Gets that first run down and goes, okay, I can switch some things up for my second run and really go for it. I mean, Alex would be happy with 4th, but for sure wants a podium.
I mean, the way they play is that, well, the way I would play it, and I've seen them play, is that they have a certain, that they visit areas of the course, but they have a different trick bag for everything, and they just select what they feel comfortable at the time with. So, like you said, he did a lip slide first, I think, and there's the Benny Hart.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then he did a broadside 6 change. So,
and then he wants to get this cab flip up. Oh, wow. Perfect. Okay, Alex is going to be looking at a really nice increase on his score if he can just get the last one down.
What's it going to be?
And that's after time anyway. And gets that Manny off to tuck knee. Right up.
That was actually a pretty good run.
I reckon. I mean, he's in 4th at the moment. I think he could be going up to podium. He could be going up to podium for this one. Flawless run, which we know the judges like. He's mixed it up. He's done stuff that no one else is doing. Nice long kickflip Manny, gapped the Euro. He kind of really linked that section together.
He landed stuff that he didn't land in the first time.
Exactly.
And if he did land it, he changed it up. So yeah,
exactly.
I think the judges are gonna reward him for that performance.
For sure. Really good to see Alex making it happen out here. Someone that's been at a few simple sessions. And this course definitely one that really caters to his kind of skate. I know, again, he was kind of like, the rails are kind of big, but not seeming to phase him there.
He looked pretty comfortable on it to me.
Doing the front board switch up to front lip as the feeble cross. But yeah, just the feeble combo to 50-50, managing to make it all the way as well to ollie into that bang. The flip front board, a nice flip in trick, and he was happy with that. The crowd loved that too. The Benny Harner, only one doing that today. And then this really, for me, was kind of like the game changer, the cab flip up, because then that's like a really good, solid flip trick to get in the mix. I think that's, if I was judging, that's where it would be like, okay, cool. 89, ranked 3.
89, that's a good score.
So,
definitely good score.
He is in a podium position at the moment, but we have some key guys to come. We've still got 5 riders left.
A lot of noise.
5 riders left. 2 of them are in the top 3 already, alongside Alex Dacuna, Richard Torrey in second, and Ivan Montero in first. But can Danny Leon, Jake Woodson, or Chris Gregson bump Alex off that 3rd space to take a podium? A man that is no stranger to doing that contest, Danny Leon.
Yeah.
Currently chasing. There's that tray flip up the Euro. That is a pillar. There we go.
No clue what that was.
Front lip down the rail, and then turning around on that vert wall, coming back. Yeah. Oh, okay. There's the slip to nose blunt.
Come off. This could change things. Let's see what happens, because I mean, it depends if he can. That's it. If he can manage to stay on, then he could be looking. Well, I don't think he can improve his position.
I don't know if he will. I don't know if he will. I was allowing you to be optimistic, but I just don't think.
No, he's come off. He's come off too much, isn't he?
But does get the flip. I think that was flip stale. I think that was flip stalefish. It looked like his arm went back round, and that is a trick that he's got in his locker.
That's a nice pick.
Nice.
Front side nose
grab. I believe it's is it a dragon grind? I believe
Is it? Is this one of these ridiculous names that have come?
Tail grab, nose grind. I might be wrong.
Dragon.
Please feel
it's
free.
Nose grind tail.
Please feel free to correct me.
What? Who named that? Come on, own up. Hashtag us on Twitter if you've invented that name, and I will personally insult you. There it is. That's
so good.
Alley-oop, frontside Smith bash.
It's amazing because it is still
It's like a
in
reverse
the ramp.
sugarcane,
It's
isn't it?
almost it is, but it's interesting. It's not taking it up onto the top. It's almost like a power slide kind of thing round on the ramp with your truck in the Smith position. Very cool. I've got a lot of time for that. Yes, there we go. What's the sailfish? That is one that he absolutely loves, and he just seems to be able to do on basically any ramp.
So hard to do.
Do you know what? That's a lot of yoga that you need to be able to do.
I haven't
kickflip
reached
stealth.
that far down in about 10 years. Incredible.
Wow. But I do think I'll be impressed if we see Danny Leon's score improve here.
I mean, the best he can do is stay in the same place, right?
Yeah.
Fourth place. Yeah. So he
stays where he is, sticks with that run one score. And Alex D'Cunha is currently sat there going, maybe this could happen, but Jake Wooten, currently 13th, did not get what he wanted down in his first run.
He's got a lot
so
of
he's got
space
the
to
pressure.
improve.
He's got the pressure on him. But yeah, Jake opened up his first run with what looked like a podium run for sure, but just came unstuck in kind of the second half of his run. But that's a really nice little combo to kind of start things off. There's the kick flip up and into the front shove. And the tray flip up, sorry.
That was strong. He started off with that front side to tail on the bar, front side reverted it in.
Yeah. He does want to get across the park and mix it up a bit though, because he has stayed very much on this side of the park.
There
and that's incredible. That's so good.
Grabbed it in.
And now this is it. This is where that use of park comes in, something that the judges definitely take into account. But needs to keep it moving.
Would it be a slide or a grind? I reckon a grind.
A grind when you go that far through. Oh, man. Okay, so he needs to get back on. That board's running away from him. That's not what you want in a timed run. It's kind of okay when you've got maybe like 3, 4, 5 minutes on the clock in a jam for your board to roll away. But when you've got 1 minute on the clock, when you drop in, that clock isn't stopping for you. So I don't think that's going to be enough. I mean, it's probably, I imagine we'll up him from that 13th maybe.
What's he going to be?
Oh, going for that front 50, maybe trying something else off the end, but didn't quite get that far to find out. So we'll see where this puts him. Taking a look at some of the replays. This,
front side
for me,
tail.
one of my favourite tricks of the contest, though, wherever Jake Wooten ends up being, the front tail, front
it's
180
so
back
scary
in.
up that thing as well.
Yeah, and that bank. Again, it's one of those things where the cameras don't quite do it justice. Like that is a steep bank for sure. So front 50, tucking that knee in, grabbing front side pull in.
Lovely.
And there, tray flip to
little tail skid there.
Tail skid, but it's fine. Kept the speed up, and then bang, there's that front shove. Never in doubt. Almost went to put the hand down, didn't need to.
Didn't tickle the floor.
So he does improve, but it doesn't make a huge difference in terms of the rankings. He progresses from 13th up to 12th. So, Chris Gregson, our third place qualifier, currently not sat where he'd like to be, down in 14th place.
Wow.
He really didn't have much of a first run, but we know what he's capable of, and everyone wants to see it.
Yeah.
So let's see for Chris Gregson. There's that front
Starts off with a front side blunt.
As you do. Over the pole jam, which is monstrous. There's that feeble. Nice.
Bang.
Okay, so this is kind of already looking better, right?
Yeah. He's definitely made an improvement on the start of his
front side carve over. Didn't see what that was. And then coming back through, we'll hopefully catch a replay of that from another angle. Up to front Smith.
Maybe tickled the coping as well.
Yeah.
What's this going to be? Front side
That's
Smith.
a nice front Smith stall. Up on that rail. Potentially about 4 foot up from that steep flat bank. 5-0. Down the big Red Bull hubber. And then he's been hitting this transfer all week long, the nice lean transfer, lean melon. And then up to front disaster. So a much better run for Chris Gregson. Question for the judges, is it a podium run?
Is it enough? We'll have to see.
We'll have to see, but he's much happier with that for sure. That makes up for the first run when not a huge amount happened for Chris Gregson, and really managed to pull it all together there. This, another look at that nice high-speed feeble grind through that long driveway rail. There, just a nice frontside ollie with the tail slap, absolutely perfect on the coping. That's kind of what we heard. We heard the tail slap in the background, but didn't know what it was. The gap up to Smith grind, the 5-0 down to mix it up and get that nice kind of street feature in there.
And then a frontside disaster.
A long way up from that quarter below. Kick flip, got a great kick flip, great frontside flip on him as we've discussed. So he's going to await to see. I think it's safe to say he's going to progress from 14th up the standings.
He's got to go up from here, isn't he?
But where is it going to put him?
I reckon between 5th and 8th, maybe.
It's a big call. It's a big call.
I'm not a judge, but remember, you shouldn't judge him there. Unless you're paid, of course. But let's see what the judges say. I mean, he's visibly stoned, so.
Up to 6th. Oh, great
judge.
Cool. Great call.
What am I doing stuck in this box? Anyway.
But yeah, brilliant. Okay, so that's going to be much better. Chris Gregson, very happy with that. And that does secure Alex Dacuna's podium position. Podium position. These two here are in a great spot because they've absolutely...
It's just
the pressure is off.
Yeah.
Richard Torrey guaranteed no lower than 2nd place right now.
Yeah.
So he can just go for it. He can absolutely unleash.
And depending on how Richard skates, that will tell Ivan how hard he has to skate.
Exactly, which is the advantage. Which is the advantage to having qualified in first and getting to see everyone ride before you.
Yeah.
So Richard taking that feeble up to 5-0 grind.
Lost a bit of time there.
Yeah, losing a little bit of time needing to turn around there. But the heel flip board slide. Good to see him kind of mixing up this one though, getting a few different bits in. When he crosses this for the flip front board again. Oh, and there we go. That's what we say on the size of those rails. So I reckon at this point, to be honest, he's probably taking his first run score. But like we say, I mean, Ivan Montero is going to be a tough man to beat in first.
I think he's going to be out. I think Ivan's going to be able to do exactly the same run with the same savageness.
But I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
No?
I think he will. I think he'll up the game because he can.
Wow.
Richard probably. Yeah, he's called it.
He's called it. Yeah.
He's called it. Probably
I mean,
appreciates
he's
my first.
anyway.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely smashed it into 2nd place. Incredible showing for Richard, aka Russo.
So you're saying Ivan is going to go even crazier?
Why wouldn't you? There's a crowd out there.
I suppose you got to do it for the kids.
I feel like he could. I feel, and he definitely has some great things in his locker. But right now, let's look at this. So that the flip into board slide, heel flip into board slide, backboard down the 2nd half of that kinked rail. And yeah, I think he probably appreciated after that fall, wasting a bit of time at the top, unfortunately turning around on that court. I think after that fall, he was like, do you know what, I'm not taking out Ivan.
Yeah. As soon as you come off once, then that's it. You're done, aren't you?
He was going to need to be flawless. So he's going to stick with that 90.5. What an incredible score. 90.5.
73 on his 2nd run, but
yeah, sticking with that first run score. 2nd place at Simple Session 2021. And Ivan Montero came and did what he wanted to do.
Look, he's pumped. He's gonna he's a contest skater, so I think you're right. He is going to try and go off on the.
He's looking very determined. Tray flip nose blunt to kick things off. No, tray flip left to kick things off. But this is it. This is exactly what we were discussing about in the first round, that he can just go out of that front feeble was
just a little bit.
But yeah, he smashed it in the first run, so he's just bought himself the freedom to do what he wants.
But the pressure's off. He's going to be chilling.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. So here, I think he's probably just going to try and get some incredible tricks in now for the crowd. Going for that tray flip nose blunt. There we go.
Or is it a tray flip to like over nose slide?
No, it's not, you sausage.
But sometimes they sag and they look like nose slides. They call them nose blunts. I think that's wrong.
No, it's not. It's a tray flip nose blunt. Leave it be. Right, he's coming back round. He's coming back round.
We can talk about this later, James.
And that's going to be time for Ivan. But this is exactly it. He had the freedom to do that. He was able to just say, cool, thank you guys. And he tried to get the harder trick down.
But he's stoked, isn't he?
Absolutely stoked. So there you have your winner.
One of a long line of incredible Brazilian contest skaters. And they seem to, it's just like an incubator, isn't it? Just like every year there's a new Brazilian that's absolutely amazing that comes out.
Yeah.
Every year they're better than the one from last year, if that's even possible. Incredible.
Ivan coming out of Sao Paulo. He was talking yesterday about how much he wanted to be a pro skater when he was a kid and how much work he put in, because he was like, it was my dream as a kid. I just really, really wanted to be a professional skater, so I put the hours in. And he was just saying how stoked he is to kind of get out to these contests, and man, those hours have paid off now, right?
And he's not one of those skaters that look like he's simply spent hours skateboarding. He looks like he naturally loves it and he's got natural talent. So he's not one of these robots that looks a little bit awkward because he just knows how to do the tricks because of the sheer time he spent. So good for him, man. Like,
absolutely.
First place.
So there we go. The final standings, confirming Alex Dacuna's podium spot as well. Your top three: Alex Dacuna, Richard Torrey in second, and Ivan Montero in first place. Danny Leon taking fourth, just missing podium. Dario Matarolo doing it for Argentina in fifth. Chris Gregson in sixth. Raul Erberg, the local guy, in seventh. He's going to be so happy with that.
Okay, he can say that he's beaten Tom Shah. That's sick.
There we go. Tom Shah in eighth place as well, and bringing the amazing transition skills. Igor Koldakov, simple session legend nowadays, been in many years, doing it for Russia in ninth. Artus Bogdanovic in 10th. Keyshawn Johnson, not quite the showing he wanted today, in 11th place. Dave Gravett getting the BMX out to take 12th. Jake Wooten.
Isn't that bad? Because like someone that took a run on a BMX beat someone. Like, as you said,
it was his first run. It was his first run. Then we had Jake Wooten just after. We have got Thule down on the course now, I believe, with our skateboard finals simple session 2021 winner, Ivan Montero.
Ivan Montero, congratulations. You came, you saw, you conquered, you won big. I mean, what are your emotions about winning Simple Session 2021?
I'm so stoked, I always heard about the contest. I always heard it's always the best vibes, All my friends, you always tell me that it's like the contest is amazing, it's always great vibes, and I came here and it was true, Everyone, the crowd is amazing, the Estonia is amazing, I'm just stoked to be here.
What was your favorite part of the course? Like, what did you like to ride the most?
The course was pretty hard. There was a lot of big rails, and it was really hard to get technical in. But I think the down rail, the down red one was like the rail that I like the most to skate for sure.
So there's a lot of great riders in this competition today. Who did you think was your biggest competition in this run?
Definitely Risho. Risho Turi was definitely the one. I see how the scores were always so close, me and him, I've been skating contests against him for so many years, and he's always there, And yeah, man, he's really good. Congrats to him getting the second place. Well done.
Another thing I think needs some attention is your skateboard. Do you want to show people your skateboard? It's very fancy. I mean, look at that. Yeah. So how did you pick this pattern?
I actually broke my board, and then my friend Igor, that was competing in the finals, he just gave me this grip tape, So that's what I had.
Nice. So can we expect it to come back next year?
For sure, 100%, I will be back.
Will you be friends?
Yes, for sure. I'm stoked, I can't wait to come back. It'll be dope.
Well, thank you for everything. Congratulations once again, and we are very much looking forward to seeing you next year. Thank you.
Hey, skaters, do not go anywhere. There will be half the tricks as well. The rail and on the V quarter pipe. Kick the rail and the quarter pipe.
Mark, what a skateboard final for Simple Session 2021. How incredible was that? We were sat in the box watching and it was just absolutely going down.
Yeah, I mean, as we kind of said before, Ivan absolutely killed it. He was just absolutely nailed it in his first run. Could afford to take the foot off the gas a little bit on his second run. And you really saw that everyone just absolutely killed it. It was really, really, really good.
For sure, and really good, as we discussed on the broadcast, like the fact that you could, once you've done that first run, if you've got that run down, you can just then...
It's in the bag, you could just like take your foot off the gas
100%,
a little bit if you need to.
We saw the top three guys all do that. Alex DeCuna, we saw Richard Torrey and Ivan manage to get things together on their first run and then just be able to step it up in the second run, you know, just go broke trying to go for that tray flip nose blunt side. I'm sure Ivan wants to go and get that. But yeah, absolutely amazing, such a great showing. We've also got to talk about our Visit Estonia viewers' choice. Amazing that we were able to do that this year. Thank you for everyone that got involved, and we'll be finding out as well who's obviously kind of, you know, getting that 4-night stay in Tallinn. Like, amazing. How good's that? But
Good
our
prize.
skate winner, the person that you voted for, is Mr. Chris Gregson. Shout out to Chris for that one. Thank you to everyone that's been voting and getting involved today.
It's those long flowing locks.
It is indeed, I believe.
And the woolly hat.
Yeah, 100%. But Mark, for you, if you had to pick a viewer's favourite as you, the viewer today, who would you have gone for, do you think?
I don't know, I like, still it's got to be Ivan for me, because like he's got that like street style but taken to like transition, and he can totally lock down. He's got consistent, difficult flip tricks on everything, and he's just like clear, head and shoulders above everyone else, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really good. I can totally see how Chris Gregson won the viewer's choice though, because he's really enjoyable to watch. He skates everything. He makes everything look super easy and super small as well. So yeah, good for him.
He has torn it. Yeah, thanks once again to everyone, and thank you to Visit Estonia for hooking that one up. So cool. I know Chris is going to be stoked on that. And yeah, whoever gets that 4-night stay in Tallinn, that's going to be amazing, because it's your chance to kind of get out here and, as we've discussed, like full program of whatever you want to do, whether you want a crazy time partying in Tallinn, because the parties are so good, whether you want to come and skate and ride, or if you just want to chill, Visit Estonia are going to hook that up. So thank you. And yeah, in the BMX as well, we're going to be doing much the same too. But we have talked about Simple Session, so famous for having legends here. Know you want to go and meet Kareem Campbell in a bit. I know
I'm going to find him. I'm going to have a selfie with him. No shame.
But who?
And probably Lizard King as well.
If we could put a call out for any skaters to come to Simple Session, if you could see like a couple of skaters, or even just your one ultimate skater, come to Estonia and skate Simple Session, who would it be?
Probably like Carlos Ribeiro or P-Rod. Like, I just really those classic contest skaters.
Yeah, 100%.
Just yeah.
100%. Okay, man. Well, we'll see if we can make that happen. I have no leverage. I have no leverage, so I'm going to throw to the Simple Session team.
Who do you want to see? Who would you want to see?
I mean, Tony Hawk's been out, and that for me is kind of like pinnacle, I think. Tony Hawk. But
you don't get bigger than Tony
I was really excited to see Tom Shah this weekend. I was really excited, and it fully didn't disappoint. You know, Tom Shah absolutely coming out and just tearing it. Fully tearing it. So, yeah, a big congratulations to everyone. Thank you very much, obviously, for joining us here in Tallinn for Simple Session 2021. First in a long line of contests to come, post-pandemic, hopefully, which is very exciting. But yeah, thank you once again, and we look forward to catching you very soon.
for the skateboarding contest here in Simple Session. Again, a huge thank you to all of the skaters who came here. You guys absolutely killed it. But the first person that we're gonna give an award to is the guy who was representing Talinas, Tartu, Estonia, so Estonia overall. So please give a big round of applause for the 7th place finisher in this entire contest, and also for the best Estonian. Please, Raul Urban, come here. Yeah, Raul. Kõige ägedam on see, et tüüp jäi kokkuvõttes 7. See on üks parimaid Simple Sessioni tulemusi, mida on tehtud terve ajaloo jooksul. Again, please give a big round of applause to the 7th place finisher as well. Come on, Raul, tule siia. Tule kõrge peale. Again, please big round of applause to Raul Urban. You're killing it. So the next prize that we're gonna give out is the Visit Estonia Viewers Choice Skate. So as you guys saw, you could actually vote for a person who you would like to have an extra award. And the person who got the most votes is Chris Gregson. So Chris will get a round-trip flight tickets to Estonia, 4 nights in a hotel, full 4 days program. So you will come back to Estonia, you will enjoy the nature and stuff like that. So here it is. You're loving Estonia. Look at that. Yeah. And Estonia loves you well.
Thank you, Estonia. I love you. Beautiful place, and I can't wait to come back.
He's an absolute wizard on the board, and it's such a pleasure to have these kinds of guys here in the contest. But okay, so we're gonna get to the skate final top 6 as well. 6th place is no one else. Again, the same guy who was on the podium. So again, please make some noise for the 6th place finisher, Chris Gregson. Okay, so the 4th place goes to the last year's winner of Simple Session. Please make some noise for the 4th place finisher, Danny Leon. Yeah, Danny. Yeah, Danny. Again, an absolute pleasure to have you here in Estonia in Simple Session. Alex came from the UK, saw, conquered. So yeah, he had 2 perfect runs. First run was perfect, the second one was even more perfect. So The next guy on the podium on the second place is a guy who has been on the podium multiple times in all over the contests, all over the world. Please make some noise for Richard Turi! Ivan Montero! Yeah, buddy! Here he is. Again, let's make some big noise for the contest winners from skate finals. These are the top guys here in the contest. Again, let's give a big round of applause to the best guys here in skateboarding.
Tonight, these guys, congratulations. We'll be celebrating with these guys tonight at Baltic too. Thank you, Estonia. We love you very much. We see you next year. Simple.
No, wait. We have best trick. We have best trick. Cash for tricks.
I'm ready. But that's the big prize ceremony's finished. Let's go. I got cash. Guys, you want cash?
Oh, guys, don't go anywhere. We still have the best trick. Cash for tricks. So again, guys, we will have the best trick contest as well. If possible, put the DJ also on some music for the skaters. Guys, again, don't go anywhere, the skaters. We're gonna have the best trick contest right now. Again, guys, pealtvaatajatele ka, ärge veel kuhugi minge, kohe alustame parima trikivõistlusega. Kõik rulatajad, kes hüppavad